Hello, hello, hello. Cheers, everyone. Welcome. Sorry for the audio difficulties. How is everybody doing?
What's up, pineapple?
How are you, sir? How is everyone?
I'm all right. I'm curious to see what you've put together for people.
I'm very excited about it. Hopefully, we have a fantastic little watch party for everyone. Do you want to shout out the chat while I pull it up?
Oh boy.
Sir, have we lost Siberius?
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay. You want to shout out the chat while I put this up here?
Sure. Let's see, man. We got a lot of people in the house already. Woodage, what's going on? Geloso, Lanetta 402, Javo Music. Let's see who else we got in here. M. Hunter Stevens or M. Hunter Stevie, Vincent Garcia, John Freeman. Thank you for joining us, guys. I was going to say we're going to get the show on the road soon, and we're going to have a good time.
Yes, sir. So the way this is going to work, what we have engineered for you, I see someone asking in the chat, you will not need to download anything or any kind of app or anything like that. We've taken care of all of that for you. So what the plan is here, as you can see on the screen, we've got our Gamecast program that we've built for you guys. So what we're going to do, if you see on the top left of the box here, there's a sync clock. It says sync to 00000. So what we're looking to do, AOH has graciously uploaded a enhanced, upscaled broadcast of the 1996 Eastern Conference Finals Game 4 between the Bulls and the Magic. So on a separate device or on TV or wherever you want to watch it, or if you don't want to watch it and you just want to listen, that's totally fine. We will be synced. We will all start the broadcast of that game. We'll start AOH's upload of it at the same time as we start that clock. So everybody can sync up to the same game at the same time, and we can all watch it together. Or you can just listen to us, speak highly of good things and complain about comparisons and all the commentary that we're going to bring. We've already watched a little bit of it separately over the last week, getting this ready, and so many thoughts, so many things to talk about. So if either of you guys want to say anything before we start?
Why don't you walk people through it? Just instead of assuming that people got it the first time.
Sure. So
do they have to actually click anything?
You have to click no things. If you want to watch along with us, you just need to pull up AOH's upload of this game and make sure that your the timer on the YouTube video matches our sync clock on the top left. That's it. That's all you have to do. So
And once we start,
how do they make sure it's synced? What do they do?
The clock on the broadcast, the clock on the YouTube video should be exactly the same number as our sync clock on the stream here.
So you're telling them to scroll forward or backward until the numbers match?
Correct. Exactly. Or, pause it and then press play. However you sync up is fine. If you want to, you can pause it a little bit ahead of us and then wait for the clock to match and hit play. So that's our thinking here. And of course, if you don't want to do that, if you don't want to actually watch it, you just want to listen to us, you're more than welcome to that. We'll be, obviously shouting out a lot of the plays and stuff that's happening. I will be updating the score as we go, which is interesting. This is it's not an automatic score thing. So if I'm a little off every now and then reading the chat and stuff, give me a second. I'll catch the score back up. But we'll be talking about all the stuff. We got, the starting lineups, the bench, how they were doing, how the seasons went for everybody, the games they played, the totals at the end, all sorts of information. We're also including the pregame, or included in AOH's upload is the pregame. So, we'll see Marv's toupee in beautiful upscaled technology, and he'll be telling us all sorts of stuff too.
I
that's the goal.
uploaded for people's convenience. I put in the chat a link to the game, just in case you didn't go back through and find the links that were provided. Also,
Yes.
Somebody shouted out that it was a great idea, and they are a couple of people said that. So cool.
I'm very excited.
So you should tell them that you plan on doing this for them a lot.
So if everybody enjoys it, if everybody's having a good time, and if everybody likes it, it's entirely you guys, chat. If y'all like it, then our plan is to do it every Thursday. If y'all really like it, then our plan is to do it Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Woodage says Bulls have a chance to sweep this series.
That's a fantastic. We'll have to see, won't we?
Time will tell. Time will tell. Let's not get ahead of the game.
The interesting question on my mind, and something that's going to come up a lot of times, is even when it's a sweep, how sweeps were handled in 1996 by both the players on both sides, and how the announcers handle that, and how the analysts handle that, how people talk about sweeps back then compared to how people treat sweeps now.
I mean, we're in a 24-hour news cycle of excuses and LeBron James shit right now. The second he walked off the floor, it's been insane. I'm trying to make a video about it, and I'm overwhelmed. I've got like 3 hours of me just yelling into the microphone. I'm like, how am I going to put? And every single bit of it is actually addressing a new piece of bullshit that has come out in the media. So I'm like, how do I condense this and cover everything?
It's hard to do.
It's I'm hoping I think I don't know if you saw my message earlier, AOH, but I'm hoping that doing this will give you infinite amounts of interesting comparisons to make in your game footage.
Oh, I'm sure it will.
But the one thing I don't know how to do, if y'all want to educate me on it, or if y'all can do it in your chats anyway, is I'm trying to pin the comment with that link so that it just stays there forever.
I think you have to do it.
Well, yes, but I'm not sure how to do it.
Yeah, they make it actually exceptionally hard to interact with your viewers. It's kind of strange.
It is very strange.
I just let moderators do it.
That's funny because I actually can mod in your chat and I do not know how to do it. So
right, it's harder to do it within your own feed.
It is.
It is.
Am
I like not
why they would ever make it that way?
All right. In that case, I'm going to add a couple moderators right now. Oh, wait, you're a moderator. I stream. Anyway.
I'm a moderator? Well, that's not going to help you.
Well, hopefully that'll work. But if y'all can pin it in yours, or if mods can pin it in y'all stuff, that would be fantastic. Otherwise, just look in the description. We'll shout it out a couple times throughout the broadcast for people who are joining us a little bit later. But so that's the plan. So in about 30 seconds or so, all right, let's walk through this. So we're going to count down from 5, and it's going to be on go. So it's going to be 3, 2, 1, and go is when we're going to start the YouTube video from 000 and start the clock, and then the game is on.
We were talking offline before all of this about whether or not to edit out the commercials, and I said, there's some nostalgic value in the commercials, and I saw that Meg already commented even the commercials were better back then. I was like, yep.
See?
They were. All of it was. Announcing, commercials, halftime, all of it was just better.
That's right. So obviously they'll talk a lot about stuff, but we're going to go ahead and start the situation here now.
All right.
So
you're going to tell
1996. Yes, sir.
Everybody get ready to click play over on the game.
That's right. So just a little bit of context before that happens. 1996 Eastern Conference Finals, Game 4. Previous year was Michael Jordan's half return for a little bit of the season. Magic went all the way to the finals, lost against the Rockets. Magic are looking to get back. Bulls are looking for revenge. Bulls have, at that time, it was the best win record of the regular season in NBA history at 72-10 versus Orlando's 60-22. Shaq had some injuries early on in the season. Rodman was also, we'll talk about that during the stream, but Rodman was also suspended that season for headbutting the referee, suspended for 6 games. So,
but those aren't the only reasons. I feel like you need to let everyone know your personal connection.
That's true. That's true. So around this time is my birthday, and in 1996, my father took me to go see Michael Jordan live at this series in Orlando in 1996. So to me, I am totally reliving that nostalgia for our first one because we lived in Orlando and I loved Michael Jordan, and it was great to be there. And I'm very excited to watch this again.
That's a good story.
It is. That's fantastic.
Yep. And I don't think I would ever ask my dad, and I don't think any father should be expected to pay what they want now to see what they put on the court now.
No.
But at the time, that was a very special thing. So that's where we're at in 1996. They'll obviously be talking a lot, and we've got stats that will rotate on the board and all that kind of interesting stuff. So that's the plan. So without further ado, if everybody's ready, we will start this in 10 seconds. Remember, it's 10 seconds and then click. Everybody good?
All right.
I'm ready.
All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. And here we are in 1996.
Where are the purses?
Oh, look at it already. You know, where are the purses? That's a really interesting note. Surely, did we upload the right game? Surely they all had purses.
You know, they put together some short little soliloquies to open up these things. They weren't terribly long, but they fit in a lot of information.
They did. And they were honest.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. I think, again, we do need to shout out AOH for upscaling this game. It was pretty rough to watch before, and this looks a lot better. So thank you for doing that.
You bet. I'm excited that it helped. I wasn't sure if it was going to be significant enough to be worth it.
I absolutely think it is. I'm excited for this. I've been waiting all week, and the fact that the day is here and we are doing it, it is official. I am trying not to lose my mind.
It's been a long time coming, but we got it going. Look at that. Also, if anybody wants to, request or request any particular games or types of games or players that they want to see, we are still absolutely taking those. You guys can help drive which games we watch.
So I want to highlight, Leonardo402 said, this brings back so many memories. I grew up in Chicago and witnessed all 6 championships. It was amazing. This is exactly what I'm looking for. I want to bring back those memories, that nostalgia, that passion for the game that people used to have, and this is the best way that we can think to do it. So I appreciate you guys joining us for that.
I want your childhood. My God, you witnessed all 6? That's amazing.
Me? I didn't get to see all 6. No.
No, Lenovo. Who grew up in Chicago.
Wow, really? Wow. That's actually awesome. Oh, I love this. Yeah, we'll have to sing it on the next time it plays.
You're right. Look at that piece. That's crazy.
I'm telling you, man, that was never meant to be upscaled.
I mean, that's high quality right there.
Look at this. Does everybody just what the announcer just said right there? Michael has not done it alone. He's gotten a lot of help from his friends. Little Beatles reference, and now they're extolling the virtues of all of his teammates and what the role players have put in and what Rodman has put in this season. Isn't that crazy? Can you imagine?
No, like the whole pregame thing was the teammates rose to the occasion. And they keep showing the replays of the teammates doing well. Today it's just the two shots LeBron James made ever. Keep showing them over and over again.
Yeah. So this game, that's right. So Horace Grant and Nick Anderson are both missing from this one. One was injured. I can't remember which was which. I have it on here, but one was injured game 1, the other game 3.
Yeah.
I'll put them.
Takes a little bit of the glory away. A little bit.
I guess so. But I will put them up on the screen real quick, one at a time, so you can see what exactly it was that they were missing there.
Well, they actually said too many turnovers. When's the last time you heard that?
Right. I kept track. I put don't worry, it's in the stats there, all their turnovers.
Oh, nice.
So
1984 NBA Finals Game 4 is a request.
Oh, there you go. I'll write it down.
The flu game.
I mean, the flu game would be nice for sure.
We also had some requests for some Barkley in honor of Draymond Green. So we'll definitely be having some Barkley on here.
To me, 72-10 in the ring beat 73-9 and being LeBron's thing that made him the GOAT. Yeah, no shit. I mean, I had to stop supporting the Warriors.
Real quick, gentlemen, make sure your show comments on stage is selected.
I can't click on them. I can't do that.
I can't see your chat, I don't think.
Well, it's yours. I'm not streaming this to my channel. You guys are getting all the views.
Oh, okay, perfect.
So it's either
Gotcha,
Siberius
okay.
or you.
I thought you had. Wow, then that's actually insane.
Wow.
I don't
The
think
fact that he was talking about Shaq said he would feel nothing but shame if he got swept. That's not even mentioned today.
I know.
no.
That there
LeBron
would be
James was
shame.
proud of himself.
Yep, I remember, man. He said he could not live with himself for the whole summer if he got swept, if they didn't take one from the Bulls. And I'll tell you, looking
Jesus
ahead,
Christ.
they focused up. They did not care if it was 3-0. They just wanted it to not be 3-0. They wanted it to be at least 4-1. So, I mean, they locked in. They really tried. They hustled.
My God.
Nobody sat out early. No complaining. None of that. They went at it every minute.
I'm just enjoying these commercials myself.
Yeah. Just
I see
download
some
the
comments
Word
here.
for
Nice
that
commercial. If you
When
can
were
find
allowed
the
to put
1980
thin,
finals.
attractive people on television.
Yeah.
Seem to have a request here for the 1980 finals, if we can find it. 72 Lakers Bucks. Some Kareem action there. That sounds good.
Wow, basketball commercials during a basketball game.
This is supporting the WNBA already.
I remember we had a team. We had one of the original teams there in Orlando.
Hey, you could go out and slide in Florida without instantly combusting back then.
Yeah. I don't know, it was pretty hot. But I enjoyed it. I like it. I like hot
Yeah,
more than
there's
cold.
hot and then there's combusting.
I lived in New England for a little while. It's
Oh,
not
King's
for me.
Speech in the chat.
King's Speech. What's going on, King's Speech? How are you, sir?
Howdy, howdy.
Good to see you.
Yeah, glad to have you here.
Wait a minute, I don't understand. So Jordan's on the screen with his teammates.
Can I pin that?
I don't understand. Why isn't he by himself? Why is his teammates? They're saying nice things about his teammates? That's crazy.
King's Speech, just in case, I do have the link to the game pinned in my comments. If you click on it and you sync it to the clock in the upper left-hand corner, you'll be exactly where we are watching what we're watching.
That's right. So you see up there where it's 9 minutes and 6 seconds, 7, 8, etc. You just fast forward your YouTube video to exactly that, and you'll be synced up with us perfectly.
Hey, I was invited to this party, wasn't I? What does that mean? Of course you are.
It's a watch party. He just wants to know if he's invited. Of course he's invited. Oh, I'm terrible. I forgot to put the coach. But yes, that's Brian Hill.
It's crazy that I have excitement to watch this game and I've already seen it. I already know the outcome.
Did Longley win that?
What's that?
I guess it went out of bounds. Nobody won it. But
Oh, yeah.
I was just a little bit astonished. It felt like Luke Longley got his hand on the ball against Shaq.
This does look really good.
This looks great. This looks incredible. We will have some games that don't have this, so we will have some of the sort of janky 90s and maybe even janky 80s on here sometimes. But we don't want to tax AOH too much. But these are fantastic when he's able to do it. We really appreciate it. This is awesome.
Oh, look at that made free throw from Shaq. Am I synced with you guys? Do I need to make an adjustment?
Nope. I think you're on.
No, we should be good.
Well, Luke Longley needs to start a podcast and talk about how what it was. I don't know. Complain about something.
I'll tell you offline sometime. But there was a good Spanish nickname for him at the time, and it's very surprising that anybody tried to say this was a super team because of Luke Longley. When I think about that nickname that people gave him in Spanish.
Did he just travel? He just got called for it.
You're going to lose your mind. Some of the travel calls in this game. I think everybody's going to lose their mind. It's crazy to see.
Fanboys are like, but he's got 6 more steps to take. What are you doing?
6 more steps. There's travels where, you could argue he didn't even take 1 step. He just lifted his foot up a little bit too much.
Yep.
Well, that's a rule. People don't know it anymore. You cannot start stepping until you've dribbled. People don't even know that anymore.
That's right. And there's a whole argument about that on one of these calls on whether he let the ball go first or whether that counts as a dribble. At what point does the dribble technically count? These were the nitty-gritty details we got into for traveling.
You know what people should really pay attention to is the lack of changing pivot feet, because that really causes you to be immobile. These guys that just change their pivot feet, that adds feet to your move. God, that's a fast delivery.
Look how Harper just grabbed Shaq to prevent just the transition point and send him to the line. Meanwhile, I think if somebody grabbed anybody like that today, they'd be ejected. That's my takeaway from the last couple of weeks.
You need to go to a podcast and talk about your feelings after being manhandled. I can't get over the agility of someone Shaq's size and how much bigger he got from here.
Yeah.
He became a much bigger person.
Seriously, and he was a freaking unit back then.
Yeah, he was already insane right now.
So I can tell
What
you.
the fuck?
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just cussing at the miss. I can't tell why you missed.
I
not
mentioned it to AOH, but in Orlando, I was extremely fortunate to have been able to go one summer to the Magic basketball camp at that time. And so, Shaq and Penny and Dennis Scott and Daryl Armstrong was there. Like all the cool ones were all there. Yeah, and I got to tell you, man. I mean, I was a kid, obviously, but Shaquille O'Neal is the biggest human being I think that has ever existed. That is a monster. Like, holy crap! It's unbelievable. I mean, it's incredible. Even when he's sitting down, I think he was still like as tall as my dad when he was seated, and then when he got up, it was just, oh my god, it was crazy. And he was helping us, learn to shoot and learn like footwork and stuff. It was awesome. I don't know if he had worked with Hakeem yet. Probably not yet, because he improved his. If anybody doesn't know, Shaq worked a lot on his footwork with Hakeem after Hakeem's retirement. He was when he first. Woodage is pointing out that he watched Shaq when he was drafted, looked skinny. Yeah, when he was drafted, he was missing quite a few pounds, especially compared to LA.
That is a consequence of Scottie Pippen missing a shot.
Oh, I have
Jesus Ferrari in my chat says hello from Chile.
Welcome in from Chile.
Glad to have you. Thank you for joining us.
Woodage is pointing out that they typically messed with some of the players' size, particularly Rodman's. He says they messed with Rodman's size. Sometimes they would announce him as 6'8". Other times they would announce him as 6'6".
Yep. And he was probably more around 6'7".
I feel a little bit weird getting excited about a jump shot, but I can't help but talking about how fast Jordan's jump shot is. Actually, all of them. You notice that these guys like have forever to step in and get ready for their shots in the NBA now. You have to look at how fast that delivery is.
Yeah.
And look, guess what, everyone? I was complimenting Scott, not Jordan, but that was immediate.
Yeah.
Dennis Scott was a great shooter.
Yeah.
Scott actually had, I'll put him up on the screen. Here's Scott for the season here. He had a pretty good year, but in terms of points per game. But at the time, he had the then record 267 threes made in the season.
Look at another traveling call.
Yep. You can't get away with nothing.
Oh, that would be a foul too, by the way, on the shoot.
And look at that shooting form. He didn't look like he was about to fall down.
Wow. Guys, in fact, has anyone fallen down yet?
No.
This is
not
amazing.
one person has had three-point contacts with the floor.
I have to admit, I don't.
Oh, my.
Wow.
M. Hunter Stevie is concerned. Magic taking it to the Bulls now. I'm worried. You're right to be worried, man. Anything can happen.
Is that another travel? That's just amazing. I've seen more traveling calls in the first few minutes of this game than I've seen in the last 3 years in the NBA.
Oh, wow. Oh, my God.
3 out of 5 violations by the Bulls were travels.
And you notice even when they do call it and they,
That's a smooth little shot by O'Neal.
That was.
it is. You notice that when they do call something like that, when they call a travel or there's any kind of like little stoppage like that where the ball, where they switch possession, how quickly it switches possession, like how quickly they just get on the line and throw it and let's go.
Yeah.
Like
see
no commercial break for every whistle.
Well, that's why I think it's crazy when they talk about pace today being faster than back then. And I'm like, how is that possible?
LeBron James would die of a cardiac arrest immediately. Uh-oh, getting heated. Better go to your podcasts tomorrow. Thank God those didn't exist back then.
But like, look at how
That was a great take, Pippen. I don't know how
fighting
that...
for rebounds.
Wow, look at Longley.
Oh my God.
I do not remember that white dude for Orlando at all. 45?
I think his name starts with K.
I don't know.
I don't know who that is.
Wow. Wow. Let's see what people are saying here. At Jesus, so Geloso says, at Jesus, when you take more than 2 steps when not dribbling the ball, that's traveling. Yes, sir. Or these days, you take more than 6.
I was being sarcastic, but thank you anyway.
Shaq and LeBron, similar game style. One was effective.
Yeah, I think Shaq might have more of a bag than LeBron.
Absolutely. Also, regardless of like the very end, he spent a lot of years actively working on his game. He tried to bring, he really worked on his footwork. He worked a lot. He worked hard at it. In less than
a little bit. Oh, go ahead.
No, in less than 23 years.
Well, yeah, he had a little bit of that lumbering Hulk at moments, when he first got into the league, and he absolutely worked on it.
Well, since people are asking, they're talking about him. We'll put O'Neal and we'll put Rodman up there. Let's take a look at them, how they did. That's how Shaq is doing, how these guys have been doing throughout the season up until this point, just solely for the 96 season. O'Neal was pulling up, 11 rebounds per game with 26 points. And still, Rodman was pulling up 15 rebounds per game. That's crazy.
Yeah, despite the size difference, that just goes to show work ethic makes a big difference.
Scott really got off to a good start this game, but we'll see how it holds up.
The reason I grew up in Latin America playing basketball is because of Michael Jordan. It was surreal seeing this guy play. It absolutely was.
Yeah.
Wow, we're back from commercial already. I'm usually ready to go on a walk.
See, look at him talking about. Look at him talking about himself. Like, this is the kind of stuff. This man is talking about how sometimes he doesn't get the ball quickly enough for him, that his possessions are too far, in between. And then when he does get it, he ends up rushing because of that. And that's something he needs to work on and try to improve for this series.
So he's talking about self-improvement.
Yeah.
Weird.
How do you feel coming into this game? Well, here's something that I typically do that's not so great that I should work on. And hopefully if I can do better at it, we'll do well. It's incredible.
Oh.
Is anybody going to complain about getting double teamed at the end of this game?
No, but actually there will be a lot of mentions of how effective they are at dealing with the double team. So it turns out that there is a way.
Was that illegal defense, they said?
Yeah. Another fast, quickly executed 3-pointer. Or was that a deep two, or is that a three?
I think that's the first person to hit the ground. And he was barreled over by Shaq.
Oh, that's because Jordan's trying to rip the ball right out of there.
Yeah.
He had to use his body weight to get it away from Shaq's arms.
I mean, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Oh, he wouldn't feel my body weight.
Nope.
I saw Vince Carter hack Shaq on the arm during an All-Star game, and it didn't affect Shaq at all. He just continued. And Vince Carter is like twice the size of a human being as I am.
I remember Brian Scalabrine talking about when he was on the Celtics, and he said he was going to foul the hell out of Shaq. And the most embarrassing thing happened. He fouled him as hard as he could, and Shaq didn't even notice.
That's craziness.
And he's like, I mean, I was expecting him to turn around and kick my ass, but it was worse because he didn't even acknowledge that it happened.
Oh, you fanboys that think that LeBron could have lived in a world like that, a dude who's on the ground constantly. You think you were going to survive against Shaq? That's just dumb.
Oh yes, Joel. He was filling in for Horace Grant, who I can't remember if he got injured game one. Actually, I should put it on the screen.
Nice shot.
Here you go. Take a look at their bench for a second here. But yeah, Horace Grant was injured game one of this series.
Oh,
Is
gotcha.
there any reason to doubt Horace's injury the way we doubt today's injuries? Good God,
Nope.
Shaq just about took that backboard down.
I don't think so. If I remember right, it was his I think it was his knee or something. His sprained wrist, and I think it was Nick Anderson sprained his wrist. Actually, now that you mention it, I can't remember. But I will point out they showed it at the beginning of the game. I meant to say something about it, but so Grant was sitting out, obviously injured, and he wore one of his nicest suits and just sat respectfully and just looked like a professional who's paid millions of dollars.
Yeah, these
Yeah,
guys
supporting his
today,
team.
they don't just dress goofy, but they talk trash while they aren't playing. It doesn't make any sense. If you're not doing anything to affect the game, keep your mouth shut.
AOH, can you double check? A couple people in the chat are questioning if you are in sync with the clock.
I might not be, but it doesn't actually tell me where to fast forward in the game. Or is
No,
it
sir.
so
It's
small?
to your YouTube videos broadcast, like to the actual video that you uploaded.
Oh, wow.
Look at that, man. These guys are bumping, pushing, shoving. It's a battle in there. Look, they're actually keeping track of this points off turnovers. They're keeping track of how many points are scored as a result of turnovers and showing it, even if it makes the Bulls look terrible.
Yep.
It's
No, I
12,
like that.
12 points for the Magic off turnovers, 0 points for the Bulls off turnovers. And they just put it out there.
That is crazy.
We have a Wennington fan. There's my man, Bill Wennington. Let's go.
Bootage. Crap, the Bulls are down 9. Might as well throw in the towel.
Hang in there. The game's early yet. You always got to maintain a little hope, even if it looks terrible. Are we hearing this? Is everybody hearing this?
I am, yeah.
We'll recap it in a second. But listen to this. All good. So they just interviewed Shaq's agent on the side to see so Shaq's entering free agency after this season. And I guess I won't spoil how that goes, but this may or may not be his last game in a Magic uniform. So there's a lot of questions of if he's going to stay in Orlando or where's he going to go or what that's going to look like. And his agency just said that he loves the organization but that they've made a pact together to not discuss anything about next year until the current playoffs are over. And they did. They avoided a lot of that stuff. There wasn't really a lot of rumors. Nothing substantiated by anybody. Like they were pretty lip sealed about that stuff. There wasn't, vague posting or vague tweeting about it.
Right. Well, and I think it, also helped keep Shaq focused. This is the present. This is where he is. He needs to make sure he's helping his team win. And I missed the triangle offense.
With the spoilers, no spoilers. He says, spoiler, Shaq to the Clippers.
That'd have been something.
That would have been something. We have another another commercials fan, 90s commercials. Good that you were playing the old commercials because of YouTube ads. We'll see how long that lasts. Look at Penny. Man. I had 2 Penny jerseys, man. We loved Penny, man. Orlando really loved Penny. Like everyone in Orlando.
He was so good.
Everyone in Orlando was just so on top of it. Javo, another noticing no gambling ads, no glazing commentary, no flopping, no crying for fouls. It's funny. We will actually see at one point somebody crying for a foul. And even the announcers just shut that down. Like, oh, look at him over there trying to pretend he's trying to get a call. Like, what an idiot. Like, there's just no tolerance. Everybody makes fun of it immediately.
Yep. Lynetta says, haven't seen one flop. Nope. And I don't think we will.
Oh, we'll see one, but they will immediately get made fun of. Sorry, I'm spoiling things now. Let's see how it goes. Jordan, 5 for 5. All right, we're starting to get things going. Bootage, hang in there.
Oh my God, his shot is just so fucking beautiful. Like, I don't even know how you defend that. Like, just try to get in his way, maybe slow him down. That's all you can do.
Yeah.
Kerr trying to play defense.
That's right. Commenting on Joel's pointing out Jordan's shooting threes. Man, look at that. Look at Penny. Look at Penny work. Just
Pippen, get up.
immediately around Scottie Pippen. It's not even that much. That's not even like that much of a knock on Pippen. I mean, he was Defensive Player of the Year at one point there, and I mean, he actually was doing well this season. I can pull him up. I'll put him up on the screen for you guys. But that's his assignment is Penny, and Penny is just smooth with it, man. So smooth with it.
Yep.
There you go. You can see there 1.7 steals per game for Pippen in '96. So not his best stealing year.
No. Was that Randy Brown going in for Jordan?
Look at that. Penny for 3. Kukoc this year is this was Kukoc's Sixth Man of the Year. 96. Here, I'll throw Kukoc on the screen for everyone. The announcers are currently literally talking about Scottie Pippen having been embarrassed by Penny Hardaway. And then he made an adjustment to try to correct for that, try to block him, block his left lane, and give him the 3 instead, give him the option for a 3, and Penny drained the 3, and now Scottie's frustrated about it.
Yeah, they would never talk about somebody being embarrassed.
Nope. Jordan's back in now.
Not gonna happen.
He'll give him a minute rest, maybe. Look at that. Even if it counts against him, chucked it anyway. Jordan 5 for 5. Shaquille O'Neal 4 for 5. Jordan for 13. Shaq with 10 so far. For anybody who's listening. Penny is awesome. A lot of Penny love in the chat. That makes me very happy.
He was so good.
Lynetta 402 calls it poetry in motion. Indeed. Joel pointing out that Kerr worked hard on defense. He did. He did. Actually, I'll throw him up on the screen right now.
Nice.
Also this season, he was 51.5% from 3.
Wow.
Yeah. So all this nobody could shoot 3s back then. Yeah, they could. They were just specialists. Oh, this one's for AOH. Javo in with Pippen getting cooked by Penny. An excellent reference, sir. Thank you for that. If anyone has not seen the Scottie Pippen ad of Scottie Pippen trashing Jordan that was written, directed, and produced by Spring Hill and marketed by Rich Paul, you should go check it out. It's important to include the credits, I think, right? And things like that.
Ooh, Spinal Tap.
Oh, there goes. There he goes. He's going to get nuked now. Chewing gum was in back then. Yes, it was. Mark, I do see your comment. I'm just not sure if I want to spoil it. But yeah, it's true. The Sonics were unfortunately running into peak MJ here. Jesus Herrera says, man, this is fun. You guys should keep this up. You got something here that could work and have lots of people live watching good old games and hearing your comments. I hope so, man. I hope so. We're always saying people should go back and watch the games, go back and watch the footage. And people are always trying to tell us what happened in the eras that we ourselves came up in and watched with our own eyes and trying to tell us that something happened that didn't happen. So we're really hoping that that it's enjoyable. So it absolutely makes my day that you're enjoying that.
Absolutely. I really hope that it just spreads by word of mouth, or, the more that we do these, people catch on.
I hope so, man. I mean, I'm having an absolutely wonderful time
I'm
already.
having a fantastic time. I haven't enjoyed watching basketball this much in over 2 decades.
Woodage is pointing out that this was Phil Jackson's only Coach of the Year. He should have won in 90 and 2000. Was this really his only one? This was it? I didn't realize his only one was for 96. Yeah, I'm learning stuff here.
M. Hunter Stevie says, yeah, as much as I loved MJ and the Bulls, I always liked the Shaq and Penny Magic as well. I had respect for all sorts of teams in this era. That's the one thing that I don't think people understand is, while the Bulls were my team, I respected every team. There were players on every team that I liked. While I never wanted them to win, especially against my Bulls, I supported all of them. If the Bulls weren't playing, or if I had already watched the Bulls that day, I watched other teams play and thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah. It was similar to me, and sort of like in baseball when like the Red Sox play the Blue Jays. For me, like I wanted the Bulls to win, but I really wanted the Magic to win too. I would have been happy with any outcome. I was just
absolutely.
Those are my two favorite teams at the time, and this was one of the few times in a Magic fan's life where you had hope. We got so close. But Hakeem too good. What are you going to do? Got Kerr fans in the chat.
I liked him back then. Maybe now, not so much.
Oh, here we go. Vicente Garcia says, you should do this during this year's finals because I'm not going to watch it. So we actually have some plans. Stick around. We'll see how this goes. If people like it, if people are enjoying it, which it seems like already we are. If everybody's enjoying it, we have some plans for the finals and potentially the Eastern Conference Finals. We'll be exploring some. It may be more than just Tuesday and Thursday. We may schedule something interesting for you guys. So we'll decide that at the end here.
Definitely stay tuned.
Jesus pointing out that Jordan's 6 for 6 so far.
I didn't make sure I'm talking more. I'm just getting absorbed in the game.
No, it's fine. It's also hard. I mean, I don't know if if y'all want, let us know if feel free to, if you want us to be recounting sort of the play-by-play or mentioning more of what's happening, if you're unable or just not trying to watch it with us at the same time and you're just listening, let us know and we'll try to do more of that. But we're assuming that most people are actually watching the game as well.
That's my hope. I mean, I absolutely appreciate if people are just tuning in to hear us. But this is just good basketball, and you should be watching it if you can. Shaq 3 for free throws? That's crazy.
Yeah, he did good on free throws, actually, this game. He did higher than normal. We got here Vicente Garcia wants to say there are many Friday nights where if there was a good doubleheader, I just wouldn't go out to party. I'd order a pizza, drink some beers, and watch the games. Yes, sir. I actually saw an amazing comment earlier this week, a couple days, I think yesterday, on one of my videos that someone was mentioning that they used to get up super early, even before school, so they could watch the game before going to school and having it spoiled for them.
That's amazing.
And it's just, you don't see that. You don't see that anymore.
That's the kind of dedication I like to hear.
Geloso has a request. People also need to see when Jordan scored 69 points and had 18 rebounds on the Cavs. That was an amazing game for Jordan. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, poor Elo too, man. That poor guy. Just posterized for a whole decade. There are more posters of Elo than any other player just because of how many times he's posterized by Jordan. He's in every Jordan poster. It's crazy.
Lynetta points out Rodman guarding Shaq, which
he
that's
actually
why
had real fast. Jordan on just to hit that comment real quick. Jordan actually does phenomenally well in rebounds here tonight. Thompson for 3. Well done, sir. Sorry, Severus.
No. That's quite all right. She's just mentioning Rodman's guarding Shaq, and that's why I think it's funny when people say that Draymond Green is better than Rodman. No, he's not. That's insanity.
Joel is noticing the difference between Jordan and LeBron on defense. That's an astute observation there, sir.
Oh. Yeah, Kukoc.
Jesus says, I would watch the finals in this format. Please trash all of them. We'll see how that goes. I mean, it's impossible to watch these without comparing and commenting and joking about the modern game and the differences between it. But it is truly something to also just be celebrating, as they say, giving these men their flowers. Just incredible basketball. Like, it's the basketball, at least, that we grew up learning, that we grew up enjoying, that everybody seemed to like watching. That I think the NBA currently is missing some, depending on which number you go by, somewhere around 60 to 63% of viewers are no longer watching, but they were all watching this. So,
yep.
I think the crowds have spoken. Possibly, Joel. Possibly. JW says, no notes as of yet. This is fun. All right. Well, excellent. We were really curious how everyone was going to respond to it. This commercial is fun. The old Pepsi commercials are very fun. That's nice.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that hair. This is like the early years of the blowout. Lynetta pointing out MJ getting triple teamed. Yes, and finding phenomenal ways to deal with it and make them pay for it as well. But what can they do? You triple team him, or what? You just let him loose? He was trouble. He was trouble, and he knew how to deal with the double team such that they would triple team. And then he knew how to deal with that. He would find a way. But that's some kind of forgotten technology. I don't know. We're gonna have to rediscover that, I guess.
I think so.
I don't know if they'll be able to figure that out.
Man, NBA on NBC was so good.
Oh, here we go. Asking Shaq. I think Dennis knows that he can't play me one-on-one. I mean, the rules is one arm. One arm has to be halfway. But he puts 2 hands in the back and a knee in the crotch, and he still can't hold me. Look at that. So this is not a Rodman Shaq thing. I'm just going to go out and play my game, and I only speak when I'm spoken to, and I'm just going to go out and play.
Yeah.
Shaq is down 0-3 saying this. He just wants to prove to everybody that he cannot be contained by Rodman or anybody else, and prove to Rodman that Rodman cannot get under his skin. Which, it's not true. Rodman can get under anybody's skin. Oh, that's a smooth move. Look at that. He can move.
Averaging 16 rebounds a game for this series. I mean, you got to give him his props.
Good Shaq bumping and bumping. Working his way in there. Look at that. And Longley doesn't just throw himself on the floor when he gets bumped. Isn't that amazing?
Yep.
Jesus. He just stays up and bumps him back. They're just going to duke it out in there.
And it's funny because Longley is by no means a small guy, but in comparison to Shaq, he's not a big guy.
Yeah. Okay, Joel is asking for us to make the sync clock in white. This is a little tricky to read. Noted. I will either brighten it up or make it more white. I can't do it right now, but I will fix. I will tweak that for the next game. Coach Green Giant. I don't do. I'm too old to be doing soundboards, man.
Yeah, so am I.
But yes, I can hear it in my head. Chaloso says Shaq would have destroyed Draymond Green. Yes.
I would have liked to see it because I think it would have been humiliating for him. And he makes it.
Especially given recent events, I would love to see Barkley, Barkley and Draymond.
That'd be even better. Yeah. Given all of their recent conflict, I'd like to see him get shut down by Barkley.
I'm not confident. I'm not necessarily like all that doubtful, by the way, that Barkley couldn't do something to him now.
Oh, no, I agree. Wow.
Oh, that's right. Woodage, you were in there. Remarking on my brief appearance on the Format podcast last night. Shout out to the Format podcast. I appreciate them for letting me on. We have a lot of differences of opinions with some of the stuff on there, but it is fascinating. I find it very interesting, and I have massive respect for Bruce and Transformer. Rather, I think they're great hosts. I think they're very skilled and a lot of knowledge over there. A lot of interesting arguments, good perspectives. And the call-ins are actually the funny part, though. I really enjoy hearing some of the wild stuff people call in there with.
That is where it gets crazy.
But that's one of those things where, I think it's an old-timer mentality where agree or disagree. If people are making good points, it's if people are trying to be reasonable and build a reasonable case for something, even if I disagree with it, it's important to listen to it anyway when it's presented that way. I think that's great. I'm not saying that Bruce and Transformer are like that. I'm saying a lot of the call-ins and
right.
Stuff. It's important to hear multiple perspectives and consider it yourself and make a judgment. But just because I disagree with something someone says or something doesn't mean I'm not going to enjoy it.
Absolutely.
But I'm dating myself enormously. That means I'm
live. He did briefly. I don't know if he will be back.
He just needed a minute. He's got to take care of something. He will be back.
Was that Robin Gibbons in that commercial? That's crazy.
Yeah, it was old Tyra Banks in that commercial.
Oh. All right, my bad.
If anyone remembers, she was raised on the streets of Paris. In the rich areas of Paris on the streets.
Oh wow!
It's gonna be like 2 people who know that reference. And pointing out that when the attention was on David Robinson, he got almost 20 boards a game. Yeah, he was. I mean, he was a monster at it. Him and Rodman also had some good, some good things. I remember. I mean, it was just so nasty to have. I can just go forever about the Spurs. We're definitely going to be featuring some Spurs games, by the way.
Oh yeah. Oh, we have to.
Yeah, during those runs. I mean, they were nasty. I mean, really, just something. Just possibly the most impressive fundamental basketball. I think.
I agree.
In history.
I completely agree.
And shout out to David Robinson, man. We always, playing alongside Mr. Fundamental, I think Robinson is overlooked on his fundamentals. I mean, what a monster.
I think he gets incredibly overlooked. It makes me sad. I mean, one of my top 5 favorite centers of all time. This is quality TV.
Joel pointing out Jordan is 7 for 7. Keeping a close eye, see if he will ever miss. Jesus with some advice for Shaq. Listen, Shaq, when a guy is banging you, you spin off. Sounds interesting. Yep. He ended up, like I said, after Hakeem retired, he went really deep into like the film and working with Hakeem. He picked up a lot of stuff. He did actually. He massively improved his footwork.
He did. No, he did. He really worked on it, and absolutely should be credited for doing that. Nemo Los Angeles says David Robinson was a monster. I saw him live score 73 points against the Clippers. I would have loved to see that.
Oh man, I would have given anything to beat it.
That's amazing.
There's his first miss, Jordan's first miss, and Rodman with the easy offensive rebound, tip it back in, put it back up. Shout out to the Penny commercials, man. Penny was photogenic, man. Penny looked good in those commercials. Little Penny.
He really did. He was the man.
And what's crazy is that Penny did not pay for or produce his own commercials. He just showed up to do the commercial for whatever the company was, and that's all they did. Can you imagine?
I'm surprised Phil's not up and yelling with his team down. He just sitting there like, what in the hell's going on?
Joel pointing out that Shaq just ripped that ball from Longley, and yet Caruso got called for a foul for a clean strip of Rui. I'm telling you, man, those whistles have changed significantly. It is something. So, I guess this is our live. I guess I could shout out. Yeah, if anyone hasn't seen it yet, I just put out a video specifically on the flopping and foul baiting and free throws, the increase in free throws, and how every team in the league has voted for it, and how the teams that complain the most about it actually sit on the committee to propose the fines, and how they lowered the fines, and just how that works, and why refs can't do anything about it. So look at Shaq with the putback. Jesus, what a monster. My God. Like that is what dominance looks like, people. Like, it's not dominance is not in the box score at the end, man. Dominance is with your eyes. You just look at it like, look at that. Few people are willing to take that. Look at that, over the backs of 3 Bulls. I mean, just what a monster. Geloso with the trivia question asks, who had the most rebounds in a season? Was it Bill Russell or Will Chamberlain? Oh, Sports and Fitness would know that one.
Yeah.
Sure. But if I'm guessing, I want to guess Wilt. I want the answer to be Bill Russell, but I'm going to guess that it's Wilt.
See, if that's a multiple choice question, I'm going with Bill Russell.
I want it to be Bill Russell. I desperately want it to be Bill Russell.
Rodman.
Also, if I didn't say so, I didn't realize that was your comment. Nemo, welcome in. Glad to see you again. I can't tell you how happy it makes me to see sort of familiar names coming back for these things. These are so much fun. It's if y'all know, I'm still new to all this stuff, but it's intimidating to to start a channel and put stuff out there and wonder if everybody's just going to think you're nuts, or if anyone's just going to ignore. In these days, you try to research stuff and you try to put the facts in there and you try to show the receipts, and it's like, I don't know, it feels like it doesn't even matter. No one cares about the actual facts anymore. You just say whatever you want, but it means a lot that people are enjoying it.
It does feel that way. And everybody absolutely go check out Pineapple Midrange's channel. If you are not already subscribed over there, you absolutely should be. So do it now.
Binary Bard was a great vid, man. Thank you. Cheers, sir. I appreciate it. Or ma'am. Or neither, I guess. But thank you very much. I appreciate it. Also, quick, just I'll remind everybody, anybody trickling in, anybody coming in late. So there's a link in the description, or you can just go directly to AOH's channel. AOH is hosting the upsampled version of this game. And there's a sync clock in the top left of our of the Gamecast program, Gamecast app that we created. So we are synced to that broadcast. So if you just go to his YouTube video and you press play and you fast forward or rewind or whatever and sync it to that clock, you will be watching exactly where we are in the game. So you can watch along with us, or feel free just to listen and enjoy the commentary.
Yeah, either one, either one.
But hopefully, as people get more and more used to it and more, it becomes easier. I won't remind as much, but I want to make sure everybody knows how to watch along, because this is great basketball.
And definitely like the video on AOH's channel. He put a lot of work enhancing that for us. And yeah, definitely make sure you show him some love.
Takes resources, takes time, pulls him away from editing his incredible footage. So Costas catching us up on what happened with Utah and the Sonics in the Western Conference Finals on the way to the finals there. So who knows who will win? Hard to say. Bulls down by 7 going into the half. Oh, I got to change it to halftime. There you go. So this Gamecast is not automatic. I don't have the fancy, ESPN AI recognition stuff. I have to update all of this stuff manually as we go. So if it's a little off, I ask for a little grace here.
And absolutely shout out to PMR for hosting this, for creating the Gamecast that we are getting all of that information from. It was a lot of work, and this is all his idea. So if you enjoy this this format, thank Pineapple for it, because it's his brainchild.
I'm just happy people are interested in still watching this. I'm happy people are interested in what I think is better basketball. But it's definitely a lot of fun. Joel pointing out Kerr hustling. Yeah, so it's interesting when he says that he thinks the modern era has the most of whatever the hell he said. So, you were there, man. You were hustling. Kerr hustle. Look at that. Look at him.
So I have to shout out this comment. G Coalition Brother 17. Amazing how a cyber dragon and a pineapple in a jersey and shades are more knowledgeable about basketball than the experts on TV. Oh, fucking hell.
It's true. You're getting beaten by a pineapple. Like, I don't know. It's not even the knowledge, though. That's the thing. It's not even the knowledge. It's just, you don't need knowledge. Not everybody's an encyclopedia like sports and fitness. I don't know if anybody knows.
I wish I was.
But I can look. See, I possess. It's true. It is a talent. I don't want to sell myself short here. I can look at the screen and I can articulate what is visible on that screen. So in that sense, I suppose, yes, I think I do. I think I will, humble brag a little bit. I think I'm a little bit more skilled at that than some of the modern multi-million-dollar announcers. It's fun to joke, but the reality is, if anyone didn't catch the basketball show's video last night, go check it out. But it's true. It's just, that's the whole thesis of my channel. The amount of aligned incentives that exist for broadcasters, for announcers, for networks.
Oh my God.
He was talking about the sort of aligned interest in pumping up the league, but I would say it goes, even deeper than that. I think they all have very specific incentives that I intend to chronicle and lay out one by one by one. That's what's happening on that's what this channel is setting out to do.
You got to make that.
Oh, I think I'm like a half second behind you. I just saw that. I saw that break like a half second after you said it.
It's a little hard to tell because I have our stream open in one and the game open in another window, and they're side by side, but it's impossible to look at both exactly at the same time.
It's close enough. I'm just like a half second. It's just funny.
I think I'm like a half a second different, but it's close enough.
There it is. Penny giving Jordan the shove. He falls down. He gets right back up.
No crying, no whining.
Nope, just gets right back
No
up.
peeking.
Javo also pointing out, y'all notice how everyone is boxing out and fighting for the rebound? Isn't that something? Isn't that something? We'll look at the rebounds, at the total rebounds at the end of the game. I didn't want to completely pre-watch it, but it is something that before 1998, before the 98 season, it is tough to actually get good, reliable data on sort of the box breakdowns of by quarter and stuff. It's mostly either by half or just the full game in general. And, I don't want to totally ruin it.
Well, right. I want to point out this comment, Blue Eyes Gaming, Dragon, YouTube, or YT. I'm new here, longtime fan of AOH from England, new viewer to the other two gentlemen. We're glad to have you, man. Thank you for joining us.
England, shout out.
I'll be right back in 1 second.
All right. Yes, thank you for joining us. I'm curious if you've got anybody for EuroLeague next Friday. If anybody doesn't know, the Final Four of EuroLeague is happening next Friday. So I will be watching that, but we probably will not be watch party for that. I don't know how many people are EuroLeague fans over here, but it is definitely awesome, and there's a lot going on with EuroLeague and now with NBA Europe that we'll be talking about in the future. Wennington with a surprise pass to Rodman. Rodman had no idea that was coming, just feeds it back to him to shoot it again. Don't give me that. I'm not shooting jumpers. Nemo pointing out, you guys have been around for a while. We pay attention to all your comments in the chat rooms for years. We've been longtime viewers of a lot of these channels. That's how we know some of these guys, and just we love their content. It's been great. We've had just so many great discussions over the years, and finally decided to take the plunge and put my 2 cents in, see if I can chronicle some of these things, lay them down for people to take a look at and make up their own mind what they think.
All right, back. Sorry about that.
Lynetta pointing out, even Kerr diving for loose balls. Yes, even Kerr is diving for it, but they were all very impressed when somebody dives for the first time in their career after 23 years. So that's, but that's all right. Or subbed. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. That's extremely kind.
Geloso asks me, Siberius, was Dennis Rodman a better player with the Pistons or Bulls? I think that's an excellent question.
However, you're asking the right man here.
I have to give him I have to give it to Rodman on the Bulls. And I think a huge part of that was down to leadership and accountability. And Jordan brought both.
There you go. Bulls down by 7, then down by 10. Joel says the only hard part is having to resync after the YouTube ads. That's the one thing that we can't do anything about. So yeah, I mean, using softwares and plugins and stuff to deal with ads, or for those who use like the premium or premium light or any of that, I guess that alleviates that problem, but there's not much we can do on that end. So that's why we have the clock, so that for anything that happens like that, or even if you have to pause or something or step away, you can easily just resync back and get right back into it. Joel asking if I have team stats. I do have team stats. Let's unfortunately though, I think I have them for the totals at the end. But that's an interesting point. I could probably do for the whole season for next game. I mostly focus on some individual players and to point out who's starting and who's on the bench, that kind of thing. I can put this. This is a one team stat I do have available. In terms of the games played stats, I'll give that a second to update on there. Oh, there it is. You'll notice Ron Harper with 80 games, Jordan 82 games, Pippen 77 games, Dennis Rodman headbutted a ref this year, got suspended for 6 games, and then a couple of injuries and rest. But Rodman's a unique guy. That's not really.
He's a maniac.
He just disappears, goes to the casino, comes back later. Luke Longley, 62 games. He had a big right knee injury. He had right knee, what was it, tendonitis, I think it was, in his right knee. So he missed quite a few games with that. And Shaquille O'Neal, 54, was out for a lot of games with his thumb injury in the fall. Nemo shouting out, dope idea. Can't watch trash NBA anymore. I can't watch trash NBA basketball. I'm glad you like it. I'm really actually I'm pumped for how many people are interested. I'm very excited about it. I look, if you want to sort of, I don't know how, it's hard to see the little screenshot there, but if you go back to the thumbnail, you'll see how I look. I don't think I look quite like Weddington. I certainly have bigger hair.
Woodage says, I remember when they showed Rodman's accolades, and one of them was a former member of the NWO. He was actually just recently inducted into the Wrestling Hall of Fame. Rodman was.
Awesome.
Another prestigious honor.
That's amazing. Woodage shouting out Ron Harper. Ron Harper was a stud before he joined the Bulls, like an 18.55 guy with good defense. Yes, I'll actually put him. Do I have him up there? Oh, I don't have him up there. Yes. I do not have that open, nor can I type. So I'm just going to put it out there. Yes, in StreamYards, the red live thing covers up our sync clock. I realized that after we went live.
It does, yeah. I mean,
if you look at it outside of StreamYard, you will see the correct sync. So I will figure out a workaround to that before the next one. It's amazing how all the things we do. Michael Grady is the only decent commentator. Lanetta says no rolling on the floor for minutes. Like it's just true. Jesus says Bulls down by 8. Put Judd Buechler in already. That's what they need. That will put him back in here.
He was the missing factor.
They never put the score up on the screen, hardly.
No, I know. It's been really fun for me trying to keep up with it, by the way.
Also, welcome back.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand. I see the clock in the upper left corner, and I'm trying to move the game to match it, and does not seem to be.
So not the clock that we see in StreamYard.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at the streaming one.
I'm at 111, 45, 46, 47.
Correct.
What I did, because I had to correct once before earlier. Ooh, there it is. Look at that. Joe Wolf getting in, the bench getting in. Let me put the bench up there. And look at everybody celebrating. Look at the crowd when Joe Wolf hits that three. The crowd goes nuts for him coming off the bench.
Okay, so you guys just watched Rodman and Shaq go at it and didn't mention it?
They've been going at it.
Is it 7 seconds left? 4? Oh, that was a nice find. Okay, I'm not watching the same time as you guys, obviously.
Hang on, you're at 7 seconds left?
See, that's weird because I got unsynced also. How did that happen?
I am synced. I mean, I corrected earlier. I guess I had to correct earlier. But I'm at 112, 48, 49. I just went like a couple seconds ahead of it, paused it, and then...
that's what I've
typically
had to do too, yeah.
Pippen's at the free throw line at 112.56 for me.
That's what I'm watching Pippen take free throws, right? Look at the shout out to the defense by Bowie. Nobody knows who Bowie is. Just want to throw that out there. Zero people know who Bowie is, but these guys are celebrating his defensive effort against Pippen and forcing it's crazy.
How many of those dudes are European?
I don't think there were many in the league back then.
Well, John
Well,
was.
that's what I'm wondering. Maybe there were more, and they just make it seem like it's a new thing now.
I'll say there's more stars. We actually had what was it the other day? Someone shouted out Drazen. Someone shouted out Petrovic. Hey, Penny Hardaway.
Rodman with 21 rebounds.
Yeah. Penny with 38 points in game 1. Shaq with 36 points in game 2. Jordan with 35 points in game 2.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that'll do it. Orlando with 17 rebounds. Chicago with 7. That's not going to help you.
Yeah, I'll see how it ends up tonight. They did still win, but yeah, it's not good. Look at Dennis Scott, man. He had a rough game 3. Like 1 of 9 from the field, 1 of 7 from 3, having made 267 threes for a then record that year. I mean, he was. And unfortunately, Darrell Armstrong was completely out this whole year.
Oh, wow.
I love Darrell Armstrong, by the way.
I had forgot about that.
Shout out to Darrell Armstrong, man. That guy was so cool, and he was really nice to me when I was a kid at that little camp.
All right.
But that was back when like neighborhood kids could go to those camps. Like that's going to be a whole video in and of itself, though. What's happened with a lot of those like youth sports and basketball camps now? Like stars you can't see a star at a basketball camp now. Like it's sort of like a role player only thing, or camps that are actually accessible to most people, but it's like deep bench kind of things, and then the regular ones or the team ones are prohibitively expensive. Like the average kid cannot go attend one of those things. And then if you want to go to like a stars camp, those are invite only, and even then still enormous amounts of money, and they've become totally just like a little recruitment thing for the agencies now, just a pipeline into signing with various agencies. And it's just, you can't, as a neighborhood kid, you cannot go and see somebody like Shaq or something and have them help you with your footwork, and Penny show you how to hand check and stuff and where to put your arm on defense. Like you can't get that now unless you have crazy amounts of money.
That's just really sad.
It is, man. I think about that all the time. All right. Binary Bard says the sync is accurate for him. So what that's worth does seem. Joel, I'm not going to read that out loud. But yes, you're probably right. I saw you. I saw it. I think I didn't see it. But...
I'm doing my workout right now. If you guys can hear me, tell me and I will shut up or mute myself.
No, you're doing great. You're fine. Yeah, a lot of turnovers in this game. But it gets pretty one-sided by the end. MJ and Shaq, Joel pointing out MJ and Shaq neck and neck. Yep. They were down, and now suddenly it's tightening up. Now we're in the second half. Which I feel like is another thing that we took for granted. You know what I mean? Oh, that's cool. Sorry. JW's pointing out, my buddies went to 5-star basketball camp in the 90s, and Del Curry was there.
Nice.
That's awesome. Learn how to be great with Brian Scalabrine. You know what? That guy's awesome. I like that. I like how he handled that. I love his little, come see if you can beat me thing. I thought that was really cool.
He handled every one of them. Got to respect White Mamba.
Yeah. Oh, there's Dr. J with everybody's favorite. If you told me in 1996, if you told me at any point in the 90s or early 2000s that one day I would long for and miss Bob Costas, I would have laughed you out of the room.
Why, you didn't like him?
No, he got all up in Pete Rose's face. And then he also he had some beef with who was it? The both teams play real good. I don't know if you remember. Who was that did that to him? He was asking some crazy questions and really putting him on the spot, just being like aggressively critical and aggressive, like a little bit personal, but like really making him feel bad about his performance and the game and stuff. So he just came out and just spent like the whole press
Christian
conference
Watkins.
just saying that, just saying both teams
That's
played real
awesome.
good, refused to answer any question. But yeah, no, his little thing with Pete Rose, I was upset by that back then.
Dude, I was such a fan of Pete Rose.
I mean, everyone was, man. He's Charlie Hustle.
Uh-huh.
Oh man, Bill Burr. I saw Bill Burr at do a live show at Fenway Park a few years back. And first thing, Bill Burr is now, I think, the GOAT, just for the simple fact that he came out in Fenway Park. The first words out of his mouth were pointing at the thing behind him for DraftKings there in left center field, and immediately asking how in the world they can have that in the stadium that Pete Rose is not allowed to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And just immediately went for it. First comedian to ever perform at a big league ballpark, and that's the first words out of his mouth. So he might very well be the last.
It's possible.
Yeah, Marv Albert too. Like if you told me I would miss Marv Albert, this is a polite stream, somewhat kind of, but it's a respectable stream anyway. So we'll leave.
It's a respectable stream.
Yeah, so you can go Wikipedia Marv Albert on your own time.
It feels like media was so much more, well, especially sports media, was so much more credible back then. They weren't softballing in questions. They were looking for real answers. They wanted like genuine moments. And it just feels like that has been completely lost.
Yeah, I felt like it's a lot more authentic. It was a lot more polite. It was a lot more respectful. Like I liked it. Woodage pointing out Kane had an unhealthy obsession with torturing Pete Rose since WrestleMania 14.
That's true. Did you guys watch halftime shows back then? I was going to say I was, 20 when this game was going on, so I would fuck off and go do other things and come back for the game. I never really paid attention to it.
Yeah, we took a lot of it for granted, man. Never would have thought that we'd lose it.
Well, no, that's really what it is. I didn't appreciate it because I never thought it would go away.
Look at it. They're like being critical of the free throw opportunities, the wasted opportunities. Yeah. Like it's unbelievable. They're just calling it out. Who needs to get better at free throws? Who needs to get better at steals? Who needs to get better at turnovers? Who needs to get better at everything? So some people have said that you've been having a lot of trouble with that. What do you think? Stick a microphone in their face. Like it's unbelievable. So, and it's funny too because like we're sitting here wanting to watch it. I mean, when we watched was it game 1 of like Lakers OKC, like I couldn't wait for halftime to talk about all this.
Oh my God, right? Woody says the Prudential halftime report. I do remember that. I must have caught some, here and there because that definitely rings a bell.
Shout out to Top of the Hub. If anybody ever is in Boston, you should go check that out. But there's a restaurant on top of the Prudential building.
Oh, nice.
It's incredible. It's awesome. Get this amazing view of the whole city. And it's like a, it's like a 5-course meal type place, like, $300 or something for a seat. Or you can just go to the left side of the restaurant and you can get all the appetizers and drinks you want at the bar for free and sit there with that view for like $20.
Wow.
Like, nobody seems to know about this. Maybe I shouldn't say that on YouTube. Well, I don't live there anymore, so that's fine. That was actually one of my wife's and I like dates. That was like our 4th date or something. It was top of the 3rd date. I wanted to make an impression. So I got $12 calamari. JW
awesome.
says halftime was time to dribble back and forth on the sidewalk in front of my house. That's nice.
Got to get those moments whenever you can.
Indeed. It's true. I like this. Joel says the video production and graphics were Stone Age back then. The people were the substance. That's true. Couldn't get carried by any of this stuff. Oh, there you go. Call us 1-800 number if you want to get some collectible. I wonder if it still works. Some 96 some Olympics. Some Olympic swag. Wow.
Man, you know what pissed me off? So I've been in Seattle my entire life. In 1996, Seattle made a bid for the Olympics, and we actually got it. And then we ended up turning it back down. But they offered to build us a subway in Seattle, and they said no. And now,
that's crazy.
And now 2026, we have been working on our elevated rail for 10 years, and it's still not done and probably won't be done for 20 more. So thanks.
Wow.
Thanks for turning down the free subway that the Olympics would have built.
Joel is asking, are you guys doing the Utah Jazz game tomorrow? We will not be doing this tomorrow. But if by the end of it, if everybody likes it and wants more of it, which it looks like they do, we'll be probably doing this Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yep.
Is the plan. Tuesday and Thursday evening for the foreseeable future, for a little while here, to give it a good test, see how people enjoy it, see if everybody's having a good time. But I'll tell you, from my end, I could do this 7 nights a week. This is the only way to watch basketball. I feel like.
I completely agree. And one thing that lets me know that I'm having a fucking blast is I just looked, and we've been doing this for 97 minutes, and it felt like 20 minutes at most.
That does not feel like 97 minutes. Holy crap.
Like, that literally blew my mind when I looked over and I was like, that's got to be wrong. We have not been doing. Oh, wait. No, we have.
That's crazy. Woody's having a rough time, though. Bulls are losing, so I'm not enjoying it.
He is.
Hang in there, man. You never know, man. You got to believe. It could happen. We need to make world commercial in here. M. Hunter Stevie pointing out another fun thing from the 90s, gigantic suit jackets. Yes.
Oh, man. They were.
Yes.
Everyone looked like they were wearing their dad's suit jacket when they were 12.
And for the gals, those shoulder pads. Oh, yeah. That's good stuff. That's how you knew they were professional.
Oh, Backdraft. Such a good movie.
Backdraft. Yeah, man. Rebecca De Morton. She was something. You want to talk about childhood things? That's yeah, we gotta go on kick.com and have that conversation. Oh, Joe is joking because it was tomorrow in 1996. I thought you were asking if we were going to show like Jazz Sonics, any of the Jazz Sonics Western Conference Finals games.
I get it now because they had the commercial.
Yeah, but we are thinking about doing that, just not tomorrow.
Oh, that's funny though. By the way, this is what a person who just got swept in the playoffs looks like. Oh, speaking of big ass suit jackets.
Wow. Look at the sleeves on these polos too, man.
Oh, and that Viper.
That's something. That is something. And these ads are a trip. These ads are crazy. This was peak advertising, man. This is the Eastern Conference Finals.
We just said MC parachute or MC Hammer parachute pants. I wore them. I can't lie. I wish I still had some. Those bad boys were comfortable.
I never had parachute pants.
You might be a little bit too young.
I was an old soul. No, I remember they were a thing. People were still wearing that. I definitely was at the extreme tail end of it, but I saw them around. It was weird. But I was in time for Jinkos though, which was worse.
CC Motion 1998, welcome. Thank you for joining us. To anyone who may not have been here, if you click on the link that I have pinned in the comments, that's the video. And then if you sync it to the clock in the upper left-hand corner, you'll be watching exactly where we are and seeing what we're seeing.
Yes, sir. I think you just said it, but yes, CC Motion, welcome in. Happy to see you. Wooder's asking about the 80s and 90s, the Michael movie. If anybody's going to see that, I'm probably going to wait for that to be on stream.
I'm definitely going to wait for it to be on stream. Like, I've heard some positive things about it, but yeah, I just don't really go to the theater very much. I just had too many unpleasant experiences there, so I typically just wait for it to come out to streaming or buy it on Blu-ray.
Now that they've given us all of their information from the guys there on this commercial break, I want to point out, I'm going to put this up on the screen here in our little panels here. So you take a look at this, take a look at their benches here for a second. If you can see that. Notice on the Bulls, you had Wennington, Buechler, Edwards, Sally Brown. I mean, it's a long list. Whereas the Magic had a very light bench, partly because of injuries rather. So they're playing two of their bench players, but they had less of a bench. So all of these guys that you see not all of them, but everybody under Steve Kerr, or most of them, they had a lot of vet minimums on this team. Yeah. And I want to point out that the CBA at the end of the 90s, I want to say it was the 98 CBA, but I could be mistaken on that. It could have been in the early 2000s. But either way, the CBA right around this time, it was actually a big deal in the NBA. It was a big deal in the league that teams like the Bulls were actually lowering a bit of their cap, like making more cap space. There wasn't the same system that we have here now. But the point is that they were maneuvering to free up more money in their system in order to have a lot more veterans on vet minimums. They were actually some teams felt that they were abusing that because that gave them a lot of experienced guys to help out their young guys.
Oh, for sure.
And helped provide a little bit of rest and stuff. But anyway, so it was considered unfair to have that many vet minimums. Not every team could do that, and not every star was willing to do that. But the Bulls were one of the teams that was willing to do that, and eventually in the CBA, they eventually changed it so that they couldn't have so many vet minimums without consequence to their cap, without damaging their cap space. So it's crazy to me to fast forward then 26 years or 28 years or so. And here's like complaints about like, well, we're playing with vet minimum guys. Like that used to be the advantage. That actually used to be something that teams felt that a very small amount of teams had an unfair advantage by having too many vet minimums. That's too much experience to have. That's too helpful. So it's just, just wanted to point that out that the system was not always like this. Some of the stuff you hear today is just in direct opposition to, complaining about what used to be advantages.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's wild to me, but that's anyway.
All right. Yeah. It looks like
we're back.
We are back. Oh, wow.
Look at this. Like 3 fakes. Well, Pippen almost gets it stolen, running around in circles and throws it into the stands. He is not happy about that.
No, and he shouldn't be. I always wanted a game ball, but I was never close enough at any of the games that I went to get it. Also, I think they make you give it back.
Oof, 3rd foul already.
Wow.
He hasn't even been here that long. And look at it. Nobody's worried about it. They're all just chilling.
Yeah.
Well, got hit. Next. Harper's drawn a few fouls this game. He's working hard to put him in trouble. Harper shoots 70%, still missed one. Shaq with the rebound. Shout out to Center Scoldum.
There we go.
Man. Glad to see you. Yeah, he's around. We're trying to work that out, but he's here. You should be back in a few minutes.
Hunter CV says, no argument with the ref at the foul call. These guys don't care as much about the game as LeBron. Oh, that's funny.
Wow.
That was nice. I mean, you can try to bully Shaq. It doesn't really
I wonder, gentleman's asking, I wonder how many fans would have fallen for this stuff if it had the views and attention of the 2000s and 90s. Well, no, I mean, that's the reason that it doesn't have the views of the 90s and 2000s. Is because people weren't falling for it. Just one by one, people just gradually drift off. It's not like they're not watching stuff. But I mean, it's down bad. But the audience that they have targeted allows them to get bigger contracts from other sources. But I made a whole video about it. Actually, the first video on my channel is about how the business model has changed and how the revenue model has changed of the league now, to the point where it's not about fans. Fans are not the incentive. Fans are not the source. Wow. Ooh, almost. Good try, Harper. Good try.
Now we barely factor into the equation anymore.
Look at that. I mean, look at that pull up. I mean, just right in his face.
Yep.
You give that man 1 inch of space and he will just, oh, man.
You are
crazy.
done.
Like that wasn't even like fading away or anything. That was straight
Nope.
up like right in his face. Yep, there it is. At Binary Bard. Cool cucumber the whole time. M. Hunter Stevie pointing out no argument with the ref after that call, after that foul call. These guys don't care. Oh no, you read that one. Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's
but it's true. Too funny.
It's funny. I thought that was a new comment because again, they were not arguing with the ref.
Because they haven't argued with them fucking once.
That's crazy.
It's really sad though, because even though
Look at it. Oh my god. Oh no. Didn't make it. Still.
I mean,
Smooth with it, man.
I thought it was gonna drop.
Still down 70 though. Woodage is still scared.
He is, but you know, miracles can happen.
I like this theory. There was a video that came out yesterday. You want to say who it is who posted it? We're happy to shout him out. There was a video that came out yesterday talking about how LeBron how LeBron complaining is actually a sneaky way to rest. Oh, Skinter, absolutely. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for joining us. We do try. Joel pointing out that Harper plays like Jordan in this game. You know, it's weird, right? Like you figure that if a player comes in and joins a great player, that they start to play like that player. It's amazing how that happens. Or maybe that does happen today. Maybe they do still look up to them because, you know, as AOH has pointed out multiple times with an enormous amount of footage to back it up. You know, you look at Austin Reeves when he first came to the Lakers, and you look at Austin Reeves after a few years with the Lakers, and I mean, he's just he's a junior over there.
He is. It's true. Man, it's such a shame that Harper had those injuries.
Look at that.
Because he was
I want to point out Bowie sprinting from one side to the other because Jordan has like a 3-foot lead on a defender on the other side, and they're outnumbering them 2-1. And the fear that ball is going to get across the court to Jordan has him sprinting full sprint baseline to baseline to try to make sure there's a man on Jordan here.
What? How many times have we seen guys, you know, not getting past half court? Never. It's always 5-on-5. It's never 4-on-4. M. Hunter Stevie says this is actually what I remember from watching these Bulls live throughout their dynasty. A lot of the games, the Bulls would be down in the fourth, and it would take a Herculean effort from MJ to win. It's true.
Yeah. I like this comment. D Money says, I see what y'all are talking about now. Jordan makes me think every shot he takes is going in. It does, right? I mean, the mechanics are just incredible.
He was
Hardaway. Hang on, real fast. Hardaway. I got to shout out to Penny putting in all that effort, grabbing it from 3 Bulls, particularly Rodman. He just all up in there.
I actually apologize. I may have forgot. D Money had commented earlier that he was born in 1998, so this was going to be fun. Oh
wow! So this is your first time watching this? I guess I'm guessing so. Well, this is a fantastic game to. This is a fantastic game for a first one.
It is.
But it really, I mean, he was really that guy. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I just don't know how you can watch like games like this and then watch games now and then think there's a debate. I mean, it's just crazy. And not just him, but I mean, like Shaq's, you know.
Everyone.
Shaq putting in the effort there. Penny was, look at this. Look at smooth moves.
I mean, and saying Penny was too dangerous. He was.
He was, man. He was supposed to be it, man. Orlando was supposed to have it. This was supposed to be our time. Oh, tragic. Just Magic just cannot catch a break. or make moves to specifically try to do anything. Or we did a T-Mac for a minute there, but then we let that, like, what did Magic have, like a 47% win rate for the last like 30 years straight? Like, it's just,
Yeah.
it just makes me so mad. Made me mad when I was a kid too. Yes, at CC Motion. In other words, the clutch gene, something someone we know could only wish was possible. Yeah.
And then saying I'm a 98 baby, but I've seen the game. This is when Jordan had the whole Bulls team on a mission.
That's right.
And he was not going to not let them succeed.
Nope. Look at young Chris Rock. 1-800-COLLECT. We'll need a whole live to explain that to some people.
Yeah. That was, or what a payphone is.
I love it. Penny and Shaq, sorry, Woody just pointing out, Penny and Shaq were supposed to fall in line with Robertson and Kareem, and Magic and Kareem. Yeah, what could have been there, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm Hunter Stevie pointing out, oh, that national debt problem. Thank goodness we got that under control by now. Commercial talking about help consolidating debt and then what's going on with the national debt. Yeah, thank God we figured that out, right?
Yeah. Cross that off the checklist. Then move on to other things.
Yeah. I can't remember the last time I watched something, the Brian Hill coaching. Shout out to Brian Hill, man. He tried.
He did. I mean, it's, it's not really fair when you got to go against the greatest of all time. Like,
no, like this. I'd say Tony might be the only other player who had that gene. Yes, sir. Actually, we were just looking at him. I'll put him back on the boards here, on our screen. There you go. You can check him out compared to, let's put him up against Anderson. I think that's a fair comparison. But there you go. You see Kukoc coming off the bench with just about the same, super close with Nick Anderson. But this was Kukoc's year for Sixth Man of the Year.
Yep. Skirter told him saying, wait. Paxton, Paxton, Tony were clutch. They were.
Yeah.
I think Paxton and
look at Shaq with that move. Look at Shaq. Shout out to Shaq. Look at that. Reading that little reach and come in. Pulling it away, just like, look at that.
He gets it done.
Head on a swivel, man. CC asking, would the 2001 Lakers be able to hold their own against the 96 Bulls? Listen, you're asking the wrong crap, man. I think it's been proven for a whole decade. Nobody can hold their own.
Yeah.
No. I'm sorry. Aside from all that stuff, but hold their own. Yes. I think hold their own is true. Hold their own is fair. That Jordan slowly working his way up, 30 points so far. It's crazy how, like, it's so weird that I expect that. You know what I mean? Like, I still expect that for some reason. Like, I expect not necessarily Jordan doing that, but in terms of like, all right, so however the game is, okay, but we're going into the second half, so now we're going to see them really turn it on. Now we're going to see, and then we go into the fourth. I expect the escalation. I expect the crescendo of their performances. I expect them to go harder and harder and harder, and here we go.
Oh my God.
Oof. That was beautiful. Rodman gets a lot of boards this game, man. Like he's just out
He
there.
does.
It's impressive against Shaq to be coming down with that many. And we'll talk about the split at the end, but I don't know if they'll mention it or not. But the in terms of offensive versus defensive rebounds, like it's actually crazy how hard he's working, and it's something that you don't see, and yet for some reason gets credit despite not happening.
It does, yeah. I think
Mrs. Pineapple just pointed out that I still had the what period we're in as halftime instead of the third. So Mrs. Pineapple is keeping us in line.
Good. Look at that. Oh my God.
I'm gonna have to make a little Mrs. Pineapple.
There's like 17 reasons that Rodman is my favorite player all time, and
yeah, man. I mean, he's hustling for it. He's pulling him down. Yeah, it is. And Joel pointed out, yep, he's fighting on every rebound. It's not just that he's getting them; he is battling for them.
I think he averages 4 offensive rebounds per game for his career.
That's ridiculous.
I don't think anyone else comes even fucking close to that. Oh, how?
Wow. Look at it. Oof. I mean, it's just so smooth. Also, another fun fact: if you play for anyone, especially anybody enjoying my videos, or at least the NBA Hustle series that I started working on, in NBA Street Volume 2, for enjoyers of NBA Street Volume 2, the Jordan options, it starts you with default with the Wizards Jordan, and then you can unlock, this is 2003, and then you can unlock 96 Jordan and 85 Jordan. And they treat those as 3 separate players with like slightly separate stats for how his game evolved over those years.
Wow.
Which is crazy to me that it evolves to the point where you can actually put that in a video game. Like,
so I came up with a fun fact today. Since LeBron is now out and will not be winning a ring this season, I mean, he was never going to win it, but since he hasn't, the win percentage for him winning a championship for his career has dropped to 17%. Jordan's is 40%, and 40% minus 17% is 23%, which means Jordan is 23% better at winning chips for his career than LeBron James.
that is crazy, man. That's crazy fun.
So, yeah, that's rough. 17% winning percentage. Extra Solido, you should see the game pinned. There's a pinned comment in the chat where you should find the game, or it is on Angry Old Hoops channel under Enhanced Game. And then if you sync it to the sync clock in the upper left-hand corner, you'll be watching exactly where we are.
Yes. Also, it's in the description of this live as well, if you have any trouble.
Woodard says, "What's Bill Russell like? 90%? I think it's around 90%. It is ludicrous."
I want to point out this is fairly early on. This is 96 for Shaq. Shaq's at 5 of 8 free throws. He made 5 in a row, and now he's missed 3, but he's at 5 of 8 so far. So it's a good night. Oh, there's the doctor again. I'll go ahead and share this one. I actually had the honor of randomly in the real world, randomly meeting Dr. J when I was a teenager. And it was the most incredible thing ever. I recognized him and I was so excited, and he was so nice. And we just had this crazy, we had a cup of coffee for like a few minutes, and it was amazing.
That is amazing.
Yeah, he was he was buying his, I think it was his niece. He was buying his niece a car, and I was picking up a car from the same dealership for my dad. He was having it worked on, and I went to go pick it up for him. And I was sitting down, just having coffee, and he just suddenly just came in, and I saw him come in, and he's it's like, oh my God, that's Dr. J. And he grabbed a cup of coffee and just sat down where I was sitting and just sat across from me. And I said hello, and he's like, "Hey, how's it going?" And we just started talking about random stuff.
That is amazing.
I just, oh my God, it was incredible. So yeah,
Wow, I forgot all about Dave from Wendy's.
You want to talk about? You can make a channel on that. Talk about how Wendy's is now compared to old Wendy's.
Yeah, not quite the same.
Joel, Pima, refresh your Gamecast. What can I refresh for you, sir? What is? Did I do something?
I mean, yeah, I'm still synced.
Well, maybe something on the Gamecast. So Joel, it's actually not it's not something that automatically goes. It's not a refresh thing. I manually change everything in it as the game goes on. I cannot make it plug into these games in any way or recognize what's happening or something. So I am adjusting the score as I can and trying to adjust, keep the stuff going. I will.
NNN said, I worked at Wendy's in high school. One of many things that went to shit in my lifetime. Sad but true.
There we go. Oh, Scott, you got to get it off faster than that.
I'm not going to lie, watching this with people and getting to have like this catharsis and this nostalgia, like, just makes me hate the modern game more. I'm not going to lie.
It will be really hard to go from this to try to then, do like a watch thing for a modern game.
I mean, I couldn't
watching several of these.
I'd be like 2 minutes in, I'd be like, nope, I'm out. Couldn't do it. Again, I just want to thank all of you guys for joining us, for doing this. This has been so much fun. I can't believe we've been doing it for over 2 hours. It doesn't even remotely feel like that. So please, 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 if you are enjoying this, continue to join us for these.
Look at that. Wait. We got to talk about Jordan's travel here. Everybody look at Jordan's travel if you haven't. Look at what's called a travel here. Look at that. That is... They're calling this a travel. They're calling this a travel. His pivot foot is completely on contact with the thing. It's not about his foot. The question is, when did the ball release from his hand? Did he begin the dribble first or not? Is what they're arguing about there. Like that is the fine detail. We mentioned it earlier that they're arguing about these travels.
And again, no crying, no bitching, no pouting. Just let's get back to it.
Yep, and I'm talking about how they try to sneak around that, and how sometimes even if it just looks different from a normal play, then the refs will call it. So they have to like try to disguise it so that the refs don't call travels. Like they're scared of refs calling travels.
Yeah.
They're scared that they're going to get called unfairly for a travel. Like, it's just wild to me that this can happen so quickly that suddenly it's just like, nah, take 8 steps. Who cares?
And Chicago with 15 turnovers.
Oh, Jordan heating up now. Here we go. Getting late third quarter.
That mid-range game.
It's just unbelievable, man.
It's just next level.
Look at this defense. I mean, everybody's just all up in there. Look at that. You move, people are swatting at you like crazy.
Yeah.
Ooh. Boom. Look at that bullet. Bullet to Rodman. Look at that. They're criticizing Shaq for not sprinting back on defense. That if Shaq had not, they're saying his legs maybe they're speculating maybe his legs are weary. But if Shaq had sprinted back on defense from having been under the rim on the other end, he could have been there to prevent that bullet pass to Rodman.
Yeah.
That Rodman out-hustled him. The commentators, the professional paid commentators, are pointing out that the biggest guy on the court should have sprinted baseline to baseline at the end of the third so that he could be there to prevent that kind of situation. So I just want to point out how that went, how that was. That is something.
CC motions that travels. Technically, that's called a gather step. You know, real basketball. We done with the 90s. Let ESPN.
Wild.
Just boom, right there. Nothing to be done.
Yeah. Because Shaq didn't sprint baseline to baseline.
You could tell
And they
Shaq
call
is
him out for it.
gassed.
Yeah, and they're criticizing him for it.
Yeah.
D-Money says, so LeBron has the most turnovers playing in this era. He would have been forced to polish his fundamentals in the 90s. Oh, yeah, I think so. I don't think anybody's putting up with that in the 90s.
Or he would have been out of the game. Like, I mean, it's just that simple. He either would have done it or they'd have been like, nope, you can't be here. And his turnovers would have likely doubled because they're not calling him for offensive fouls. They're not calling him for carries and travels. He'd have at least double the amount of turnovers he has now.
Yeah. Woodage pointing out, did you ever, man, Woodage, you got all the good facts here.
He does.
Did you ever watch how
knowledge.
Jordan learned the fadeaway? Learned it from Elvin Hayes in an interview from the 80s.
I'm going to look that up.
Oh.
I'm absolutely going to look that up.
When you say he learned it from Elvin Hayes, do you mean he was like, that he like worked on it with him, like the way that Shaq worked with Hakeem after Hakeem's retirement? Or did he just emulate it? Like that he just, wanted to be like that? Because that's awesome. Well, the players aren't sure what the coach wants. They got to make a bunch of eye contact, make a bunch of signals to make sure that everybody knows what the coach is actually telling them to do so that they don't mess up and not listen to the coach.
Well, yeah, because they actually used to run an offense and a defense and plays back then.
And then I'm start calling you Triple N. Triple N says, back when commentators knew the game and weren't just there to glaze. It's something.
It's refreshing.
Chicago, by the way, has finally at the end of the third, finally gotten the lead again. After a pretty solid run.
Hunter Stevie, did you hear how the announcers were just talking about players carrying? The ball was becoming a problem, and now all these travels were being called. Again, today's NBA solved that. Thankfully, they did.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. They were just calling this stuff out. Like, when media was media, and the league was the league, and there was that sort of separation. Is She's unbelievable what this stuff has created here. I mean, between the access journalism, the media partnerships, the long form content partnerships, ESPN and Spring Hill. I mean, just on and on and on. The list goes on. It's crazy. And then there's the co-investments and stuff, and a lot of some of these media guys are literally represented by Clutch, by the way, like as an agency now. Ever since was it 2019, Clutch sold a big piece of itself. They got partly acquired, but they semi-merged with a much bigger operation called the UTA. But with that money, they've been able to expand. They now have they're trying to get into front offices and started doing that after 2019. But
wow,
so far not very effectively, because there's a rival agency that actually kind of beat them to it forever ago. I don't want to go that far back, but the point is that you have the same agency representing the players and the media talking about the players at the same time, while the network that those media heads are on are working with his other media company to create the long form content for that network. And it's just like, my God, like how intertwined can this be? Like at a certain point, just change the name, just call it all one company.
Right.
Like, what is this stuff?
Oh, duels. Wow.
Sitzer asks, I'm guessing the Euro step is legal somewhere, but is it a wide international rule too? The thing is that a lot of times what these guys do is not actually a Euro step. It's just traveling.
It's just traveling. Yeah.
Like there is a level to that. We can get into like the mechanics of it, like when the dribble begins, when the foot leaves the ground, at what point can you come down with it and stuff. Like there is a stylistic difference, and it is called a little bit differently. There is such a thing as Euro step. But it's not what they're saying. Like they're saying that like, oh no, you get the gather step, and then you get 3 more steps, and then you can change your pivot foot, and then you can electric slide, and then you can jump up. It's like none of that is Euro step. That's not legal anywhere.
No.
Like that's legal. I remember I taught my sister how to start. My dad did too. But I mean, I remember playing little mini basketball on the little with the little styrofoam, not styrofoam, but like little rubber ball. You know what I mean? On like that orange and blue.
Yeah.
You raise the rim thing. Right. When she was 4 years old, yeah, that's she could do that. We didn't call it aggressively on her. But by the time she was 8 or so, it's like, no, once you start to like, no, you can't just walk around with it now. You're 8 years old.
Yeah. I did the same thing to my brother because we have an 18-year difference between us. So I gave him like 5-6 years of letting that shit slide. And then I was like, absolutely not. Never again will that be allowed. So Voodoo asks, how do you think Barkley feels about Skip coming back to ESPN? I know Aikman didn't like it when he came back to Fox. He probably doesn't like it.
I'm sure Barkley doesn't like it at all.
Oh, man, I miss Toys R Us.
Ryman was surprisingly well behaved compared to today. That's actually kind of crazy to think about this stuff. I mean, you see LeBron literally just grabbing refs over, repeatedly throughout the season.
Yeah.
I mean,
and like aggressively, like not just because you can't even touch them. And he's like aggressively grabbing their arm.
Yeah. Go look it up on AOH's channel. He kept all that footage. I mean, he's just grabbing it.
Yeah.
Sometimes to complain about stuff in the game, other times just to complain about fans or people he doesn't like in the stands. Which I think is awkward.
Well, and AOH really made an interesting point about that. Like they're just taking LeBron's word for it.
Yeah.
And
they're
then
taking his word for it after he grabs them. Like, it's crazy. D-Money says, yeah, no D-Wade or Reggie Miller type commenting. Yeah, I don't. It's going to be really difficult. I'm curious how that's going to go. I'm usually pretty good at separating sort of art from artist, but when we get into when we get into some Reggie games, some Pacer games from back then, because I mean he was lethal, absolutely lethal on the court. But
God, I miss defense.
It's just so sad to see what's happened to that. Look at that. Look at Penny out here, man. I need to get a Penny jersey again. I would wear it. I don't even wear jerseys anymore, man. I don't wear any of that stuff anymore.
Nope.
Look at that.
Oh my God.
Look at that. He gets it off. He ends up landing on his back, jumps up, and he's back on defense.
Yep. Already there.
Look at him directing it too. Look at him directing it. Never actually gets away from him.
And their switches were just so clean.
That's what I was saying. Look at that read too, man. He read it immediately. Look like,
dump it
started
off.
the switch, but he never committed to it, so he could stay and pop right back out. Like, I mean, it's that kind of defense, man. It's just.
Oh, Rodman was pissed he missed that.
I mean, how do you guard this? Like, what do? You can't do anything. It's crazy. Binary Bird pointing out that congratulations are in order. Rodman married himself this year, so of course he's happy. Shout out to the happy couple, Dennis Rodman and Dennis Rodman.
I actually have the action figure of Rodman in his wedding dress.
Woodajin, I believe Neek was the first player to bring the Euro step, but I think he got called for traveling a lot of times for it. Crazy that they called it, right?
Triple M says Mike was surgical in this series. He was both the best player and looked like he was running on autopilot.
Yeah, I like this. This is a good point. Sorry if I'm a little behind on it, but Sinter is saying just the fact that I said that I said and AOH kept it. They try to scrub it so quick. Yeah, you can't find it. Actually, AOH actually did an interesting experiment of how hard it was to find. It will actually give you the opposite terms instead. It will give you the opposite of what you're looking for when you go looking for specific instances of this stuff. It's really sketchy stuff. Just how quickly that gets buried, how it gets flooded, just keyword stuffing to try to bury it so it doesn't come up in the top ranked results, the top ranked pages, etc.
Cinder says I was going to buy a Jordan jersey on my 23rd birthday and wear it every single day that year. It didn't happen though.
Oh, you still can. As the Bulls begin to pull ahead, 80-76. Oh, we'll take a look at some of these guys too. We looked at some of the bench, some of the starters. Obviously, we can put Rodman, how he matched up to Grant during the season. I mean, look at that, man. And Grant gets lots of praise for his rebounds and stuff. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
14.9 rebounds per game is what he was averaging this season, with only 2 turnovers.
Just crazy.
So,
Cinder said my mom confiscated my copy of Bad as I Want to Be. It's one of my favorite books. Hang on,
look at this. They're talking about now in 96, they're still pointing out how the Pistons walked off the court without shaking hands once they finally lost to Jordan and the Bulls. They're still throwing shade at the Pistons for that.
Yeah.
In 96. Harper out here with a good defense too.
I just like how even teammates are fighting for the ball. It's not, oh, I'm going to let you have it. It's you better take it.
Yeah, nobody's getting out of the way. Nobody's diving to avoid picking up a rebound so that the right person can get the rebound. Just we're all fighting it out. Crazy. Extra solido says Mike makes it look so easy, doesn't he? And everybody wanted to be like Mike. Nice. Magic bench showing up too. A very limited bench with those two injuries, but they're out here. They're trying. They're doing it.
See, Woodage, you just gotta believe.
Gotta pay attention. That binary says it reminds a Miller Moments Memorial Memory. That's right. It's important. Miller very much wants you to know that. Look at Shaq. Three around him, and he just smoothly comes in. They don't even see it. Damn, Shaq.
Oh!
Easy. Easy, big fella. Look at this.
Trying to kill each other out there.
Oof. Look, Kerr takes a hit too.
I bet it did.
Wow.
Nice.
That's a cool story. At D Damon says, "Man, I remember when I was in Korea, I found a number 12 Jordan jersey in a shop. I was trying to figure out who was the other Jordan that played for the Bulls. Then one guy who knew his NBA history told me that MJ wore it for one game only. His number 23 was lost or stolen or some shit, so he just wore 12 for that one game."
That's crazy.
It's crazy
Now I
that they
need to
didn't.
find
Then in Korea they went ahead and made that jersey for him.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to see if I can find it.
Let's put Woodage on that. See if we can find that. Solid free throws from Penny.
CC Motion says, you know how you said you don't wear jerseys anymore? I'm feeling that way about certain Jordans. I mean, sometimes I'm like, would it look silly if I wore my black metallic 5s in my mid-30s?
No, and who cares? Even if it does.
It would not. So I am 50. Anytime I go out in public, I have to walk with a walker, and I will still wear my Jordan 3s, my 5s, my 11s, my 13s, my 2s, my 1s. I don't give a shit. Oh, and it drops.
Wow. Wow. Look at this. Extra Solid asks, I wonder how much of a difference it would have made if Grant had played this whole series. I don't think very much. We were putting it up on there earlier. I guess he's up there now, but we were comparing him against some of the others on here. I don't think it would have made much of a difference. Wasn't that impactful in game one or in the series before. I mean, no hate for Grant on the Magic in those years in terms of performance. Everybody was liked having him. But I don't think
says Jordan apparently wore that number 12 on Valentine's Day in 90 and dropped 49 points. He was probably wearing a Jordan 5 that game. Probably was.
Wow, there you go. That's crazy.
My first Jordans were Jordan 3s in black cement. Came out in 1988. I was 12 years old and had saved up money from working my paper route to buy them.
I missed this. D Damon's is so in Korea. It was a different color than the one he wore in the actual game. Okay, so it was the kind of jersey I thought it might be.
That's funny.
That's awesome. Most of us found out about the number 12 from that basketball card, right? I don't know. I don't know what that's a reference to.
I actually didn't know about the number 12. That is news to me.
Oh, Jose Flores in educating us here. A Sam Vincent basketball card, and it was against the Magic. Oh,
Wow.
Wow. Pineapple is wearing 11s, by the way, if you check the thumbnail. Pineapple's got his 11s.
Triple N said it was a regular red jersey, but there are some great picks from that game.
That's cool. Look at this. Look at this. Look. Just go out there and kick someone's at like, just know your butt is ours. Here it's like we can do it either way. We can do it physically. We can do it mentally. Doesn't matter. We're going to do it. We got the right stuff and we're going to do it. This is Rodman just telling it. Oh, Luke Longley. Luke bumping him for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Rodman looks unhappy about that bump. What are you doing, man?
That's what I love. You saw Rodman on the side, and he can't wait to get back in.
Yeah, man. Triple N says he wore 23 to be half as good as his brother Larry, who wore 45. I did know that, but thank you for telling everybody in the chat. That is true. And that's why then he goes to 45, and then we're done doing that. We go back to 23. And I'm sure LeBron has a very sentimental story like that, or something very deeply personal for his number.
I mean, he has to. Like his attachment to 23 is.
I'm sure
it runs deep.
Yeah. Or no, maybe not, because that's Jordan's number. So maybe it's for number 6 though. I'm sure that one is deeply 6 is probably the deeply personal.
That has to be. That's the number.
That's uniquely LeBron's.
Must have been his.
That was Bill Russell and Dr. J. Well, surely something is actually original to. No, maybe not. I don't think even Woodage will not be able to figure that out. There is a single original thing.
I actually really like this. Triple N said Rodman throwing his jersey in the stands and using jerseys borrowed from the store is a much funnier story. It is. Rodman helping him up. What a nice guy.
Yeah. Kerr working hard. But it's crazy to me. Like, it's just, we're watching this game, right? And Kerr's in there. I don't want to bitch too much, but Kerr's in there. Kerr's playing with these people. Like, it's mind-boggling to me that he can go then on, I don't know, that he can go on TV and go in front of the press and say these just outrageous nonsense. But I get it. People seem to like these sort of theories, but my theory is he's in the middle of, he was in the middle of a huge negotiation to continue being the highest paid coach in the league. Yeah. And it's right at that time that, he suddenly had 4 different press conferences in the span of 2 weeks of that negotiation, spamming stuff like that, just glazing the crap out of the league, the era, bringing the news on him, generating headlines, generating clicks, generating all the, really bringing the attention on him so that, if he doesn't get it, then, that will guarantee that becomes a big story. It's just all these like media games.
It is. I mean, and he got a 2-year deal out of it. I hope that was worth it.
And they just lie for it. They just lie for the attention, to glaze, to make the league look good. Like, I don't know if he's trying to impress them or if he's trying to use that for like leverage, put some spotlight on himself for it. Like, you can go with it, any number of ways, but the point is that you have like 500 incentives to say that. And apparently no incentives. There's no accountability. Nothing happens if you just go and outright lie in ways that are clearly disprovable lies.
Yep. And for a 2-year deal, like, what?
Yeah. There it is. Luke fouls out. Rodman knew that was coming.
Was that Sally sitting next to him?
Yep, I'm putting it up right now. Everybody can check out the benches for the two.
Well, there he is.
Geloso's having fun. He says, amazing game. Love it. I'm so glad. I'm so excited to hear that.
Well, he also says, this is what basketball is all about. It is. Oh, Woodage bowls up 10. He can breathe now.
It was. Look at Rodman, man. Look at that hustle.
He just won't be denied, and his fucking motor just never stops.
And there's Jordan, man.
You see Shaq sweating buckets and Rodman just sprinting.
They're calling out there, man. Jordan, that's number 5 for Jordan.
Oh.
That Jordan couldn't shoot threes. He didn't shoot a lot of threes. It's very different from the idea that he couldn't shoot a three.
Ooh, Shaq on his 5th.
D. Damon asked, what do you think about the fact that they're talking about retiring LeBron's number? They need to retire MJ's number league-wide. Well, thankfully, it is MJ's number. So if they retire it, they'll have retired MJ's number. LeBron does not have a number.
He doesn't.
23 years, no number. Fascinating.
Which is crazy. I mean, yeah, how can you be the GOAT when you don't have a number?
Yeah.
You need a number to play, so...
Geloso says, this is what basketball... Oh, yeah, you saw it. This is what basketball is all about. Yes. That's what it was all about.
Oh, see, Triple N just said, I like how you can still feel the tension in the game like it's a movie you can watch again and again. Exactly. I've probably seen this game or this series like 8 fucking times. And I'm leaned forward in my seat.
Look at that. Real fast. He has to become the leader of his team. That he must become the leader of his team.
Yeah.
That he does not currently have enough leadership. Like, you imagine somebody saying that today?
No. No, they would never say that today.
You don't have a job.
Yeah, Nemo Los Angeles says, whoever makes the claim Jordan couldn't shoot threes is a liar and never saw Jordan play. It's that simple.
And here, we're showing it right here. I mean, we're just right here. It's just on the screen. We're just watching this happen. And, anybody can say that I'm cherry picking or anything like that. That's fine, because we're going to do this every Tuesday, Thursday. You just keep coming. You just keep coming. And you just keep telling me how. Yeah. Look at Horace Grant. Look at Horace Grant in his nice suit. Not talking a bunch of shit. Not promoting a bunch of stuff. No, not a bunch of sponsored. Not wearing a bunch of sponsored things. Just showing up for business. I love it.
Yeah, D. Damon said back in the day, shooting unnecessary threes would get you benched.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Why take the lower percentage shot when you could take a higher percentage shot? Yeah, if you keep doing that and you keep missing, sit the fuck down.
Yep. This is what we were talking about. We were going back and forth on this. Oh wow, there we go. But yeah, we were talking about this when I brought this up to Siberius. We were going back and forth about how we could make this happen for you guys. Sorry, and Triple N says, I like how you can still feel the tension in the game, like it's a movie you can watch again and again. I know you just said that, but going deeper into that, we were remarking that, like, yeah, but there was some doubt of like, yeah, but are people going to still want it, even if we already know the outcome, or if you can just look it up, or all that kind of stuff. And it's like, but it just, you can really feel like the stakes, even when there aren't stakes, even when there are actually no stakes whatsoever. Yeah. It's still, they play like there's stakes anyway. Like, just a quick reminder, I'll put it back up on the board here. Here you go. But the Magic are down. The Magic are about to get. If they lose, they're swept. Right, and like, look at this hustle. Look at Shaq getting that. Look at him sprinting for it.
Yeah.
Him and Penny trying to finish. Penny gets it in there. Look at it. Bumps Rodman on the way back too, just to let him know. Like this, I mean, you would.
And the Shaq running back already.
Yeah, but you would think this was Game 7. You would think this was.
You
like,
would.
There's no way you would think that one of these teams is at risk of getting swept right now.
Like, extra Salato, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Swarming defense by the Bulls, so awesome. They're just there immediately.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I mean, they're crazy. Yeah. I like this. JW pointing out they regularly take fast break threes now. It's just crazy. But it's efficient. If that's all you want to do, that's the most efficient way to shot check. It's just, why would you want to shot check efficiently? You say, wow, I hope the analytics up, you don't know. That's obviously, the stats say, right? Like, I would point you to Boston last week, where they shoot like 53s, made like 2. Yeah, no, that's great. Very efficient. Like, well, you live by 3, die by 3. It's just, you just keep rolling the dice. Sometimes it falls your way. Sometimes it doesn't. Like, how is that basketball? Like, I can just go to the casino and play basketball, I guess.
Yeah, and that's as close as it got to someone yelling at a ref, is him conversing with a ref.
Yep. Nemo pointing out the pride and excitement in the old games was contagious to the viewers. I like that. I like the way you put that.
It was.
And look at the energy that the Magic have for this too. It's 0-3 right now. And like, you look at the fans too, talking about contagious. Back then it was the arena, but the very creative. But the arena is going nuts. Like, their team is likely to be swept at this point, and they are. Everybody's into it. Everybody's just, everybody cares.
Center said, yeah, I rewatched my taped Bulls games over and over and over. 2010, I put the Bulls game, Jazz game 6 on, and I live in Utah. Half the house party got amped, standing and pacing. Come on, Jazz. Buddy's fired up. You can't turn it off.
Yeah.
Good basketball, it gets you.
It does. D. Damon saying that pissed me off as a Rockets fan, because in the 2018 Western Conference Finals, they missed 27 threes in a row. I was already barely hanging on watching the NBA. I didn't watch another game after that. I feel you, man. I feel you. It's just, saw that Boston thing just the other week, same kind of story. It's just,
that just made me sick.
But you know what? I'm very happy that you are here. I'm happy that you're watching this instead with us. I think most of us at this point kind of consider ourselves sort of NBA refugees, looking for a new spot for good basketball. So I'm very happy that you're enjoying this. Mark Raving Mad asks, did LeBron hustle this hard to avoid getting swept? You know, we tried to watch one game of it at least, and a little bit of game 4. I think, yeah. Good question, sir.
M. Hunter Stevie says, admittedly, that was some pretty angry conversing MJ was doing. It's true,
Yeah.
but he might have done that once per season, maybe not 15 times per game.
He's not jumping up and down. He's not grabbing him by the collar.
Wow, that wasn't even close.
Biden says, "Oh, we're not the referees. We're the refugees." I mean, that's at this point, you know, if the shoe fits, maybe that's it. Maybe we're just NBA refugees. Maybe we'll just call it that. Maybe we'll call it maybe we'll just call these. We didn't know. I didn't really have a good name for it. Just a classic watch parties. Maybe we'll call it NBA refugee watch party.
I like it.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna write it down. That's what's happening. Thank you, chat. We have just named this this little archive that we're building here of watch parties for old games.
Voodoo says, bye, Shaq. Have fun with the Vancouver Grizzlies next year.
Yeah. Don't spoil it. We don't know where he goes yet. He could go anywhere. But yeah, no, he has a great rest of his career in the Grizzlies.
Come on, Rodman. That's the thing. Rodman, quite frankly, was a shitty free throw shooter, but he made him when he needed to.
Ooh, that block. Oh my God.
Bam!
That's so beautiful. Jesus.
D. Damon says, I can't see the game, but the commentary is quite entertaining. Happy to be here. We're happy to have you, man.
Oh, I'm very glad.
Thank you for joining us.
I'm very glad. If there's anything we can do to help you with watching the game, let us know.
Yeah, please. I was going to say, this is our first, so we are learning as we go. And if there are any insights you guys can offer about how we can make this experience better for you guys, please let us know.
We'll be hanging out for about 10 minutes after the game is over, recapping, and we can all share our, closing thoughts, takeaways from it. But if there's anything we can do to make it better, please let us know. It's our first one. We're trying it out. Wanted to see what the reaction would be if people would be down for it. Looks like that's a yes.
It seems like people have been enjoying it and having a good time.
Bulls pulling further and further ahead.
You know what's interesting about Jordan yelling at that?
Hi, AOH.
Hello.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Just one thing, how they didn't show you replays of negative stuff, because I would like to have seen it, because I'll at least give Jordan the benefit of the doubt that he got hit pretty good without getting a call, whereas LeBron James is so delusional now. He will scream worse than that at a ref when he actually did not get hit.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even. How do you categorize that mentally in a person?
Here's what I struggle categorizing, especially when they say but he's 41. Yes, and at 41 years old, when was the last time that you saw a 41-year-old man not screaming at the ref or talking to the ref, but instead just jumping up and down 20 feet from any ref, throwing a literal tantrum? Like jumping up and down, waving his arms, like there's not even a ref to yell at near him. He's just jumping up and down in front of 35,000 people. And it's just like, man, like I have a neighbor recently had a kid a couple years ago. And I think, the kid is now, I don't really know the developmental age of this stuff, but it's been a few years and they've already grown out of doing that.
Is there a way to combine the chat from the Siberius channel? Why wouldn't Why wouldn't Siberius's be showing up?
Is there a way to combine? I see
Wait,
it on
what?
the video, it's small. Oh, I'm sorry. If you're in my chat, yeah. So we are co-streaming this.
Yeah.
So there's not a way to I don't think there's a way to combine the chats within everybody's. Within
No,
everybody.
I don't think there is. I think it'll show both on like the StreamYard screen.
I'm trying to do my best
really?
here to throw that on to throw them on the screen as much as possible. Mostly those are there. The little box is mostly there for people to see when they watch it later, that they can, turn their phone sideways or put it on the screen, that they can still see what was said. That being said, thank you for being in my chat. My chat is the best chat. I just want to toss that out there. Everybody in my chat is better than everybody in Siberius' chat.
I mean, my chat will fight you. I'm just saying. And I think we throw down. I'm going to stand behind my chat.
It'd be cool if they had something where we could do like some kind of chat wars thing. Like, I don't know. Triple N says, I don't think it can be done on this platform. Yeah, I don't think so either, unfortunately. I wish they would. Triple N pointing out, and the whole world is on a silver platter by the time you're 15, and you're still acting like that. Look at these effects on these commercials, man. This is great stuff.
It is. I'm gonna go and list.
D. Damon says, you're very welcome. I'm not even sure. This is one of my rare times that I'm on a live stream. It just shows the score on my end. Well, I'm honored that you're enjoying this one.
Yeah, and that you're dedicating your time to this.
That is actually amazing.
We greatly appreciate it.
Joel asks, does Orlando pull this out in overtime? It's a nail biter. Hang in there. Could go,
Yeah,
could go any direction.
We don't spoil games even when they're 30 years old.
That's right. Someone pointed out, man, I wish I could, if I could find it again, I'll get your name right. But someone pointed out that that is actually true, that Brian Hill actually did go to the Grizzlies. We were joking about Shaq ending up on the Grizzlies, but no, Brian Hill. There it is. Mark,
I forgot about that.
There it is. Mark Raving Mad says Brian Hill actually did end up with the Grizzlies a year after this. And then we got.
He also says it was an honor to be here and amazing live. We appreciate that, man. We are glad to have you here. Shout out to Deloso. If you are not subscribed to his channel, please go and check him out and like and subscribe.
Oh, true Orlando people over here. But Orlando is missing Scott Skiles in this one. Yes, and Darrell Armstrong. He was out for basically the whole season. I think he played like 4 games this year. But shout out to Scott Skiles, man. I had a few of his cards.
Ooh. And Triplin says the OG Orlando.
Penny just took a good hit in the face for people not watching. Penny just took a good hit in the face. Kind of holds his eye, rubs his eye a little bit, gets a towel, wipes off the sweat, and we're back. We're good. He wants to get rid of this thing. Like we're in. We're good. Yeah, we're fine. Look, we're nodding at everybody. Yeah, it's all good. High five. Don't even worry about it. Let's go. Let's move on. It's just night and day. It's just crazy.
Woodage says, I wonder what Hulk Hogan will do for the rest of the year. Maybe become a heel. Woodage, you're crazy.
The OG Orlando assist king. That's right. Joel asked, yeah, why he didn't fly into the stands. 10 of 12, MJ. 10 of 12 at the free throw line right now.
Nice.
So we're going to take a look when this is over. We're going to take a look at the some of the stats here, the game leaders for the game totals. I think some of you guys will be surprised. And we'll hang out for 5 or 10 minutes afterwards, kind of close out, and then then we'll call it a night. But you guys will have to let us know. Do you want us to do more of these? And interested in what everybody thinks by the end. And you notice too, even though they're coming down to the end too, they're not sitting. They're not sitting Scott. They're not sitting anybody. Look at that. They try to get the buzzer. They try to get the buzzer beater off when they have no chance.
Just for pride.
Just pride. That's it.
Just for pride.
You guys being young channels, I just wanted to point out the reality of the truth tellers and the difficulty of being the truth tellers, especially after we see every single major network repeating the same LeBron James excuse script after his elimination. It's the distraction technique. In fact, this story that Dave McMiniman put out, it's like, well, why is this coming out now? Obviously. I mean, when it happened like back in February. And, well, so that you don't, I don't know, they're trying to invoke pity instead of realizing how embarrassing he is. But I keep thinking about Rick.
Hey, wait, excuse me one second. I want to point out, MJ is saying they're interviewing him, they're asking about the stuff, and he just said to the guy, actually, but this is what it looks like, people. Well, I felt good, we really saw a challenge and we were faced with a challenge. I can say in every game, a different guy stepped up and gave us support. Wow. And I think that's what this team is all about. It's not one individual type of team. And, today it was my turn. The guys couldn't get it going offensively, and I stepped it up a little bit, and, everybody rallied around that. I mean, you know what it's shit like that. That's just everything I think that is horrible in the modern era. I think it's summed up in the contrast that everybody knows is true between these two things. And not just him, versus LeBron. This is the kind of stuff that people said. This is what players said. This is what stars said. This isn't specifically unique. This is just how the culture was compared to now.
7 offensive rebounds.
I'm sorry, AOH, but you were on something very good.
Well, Rick Bucher tells the truth, and guess what? Like, his channel has fewer views than mine now. So
which is that is.
I mean, he has iTunes and he has Spotify, but his entrance into YouTube has been a slow growth process for sure.
Wow, that's crazy. Oh, JW, thanking you, AOH says, thanks again, AOH, for the upscaled upload. It is fantastic to watch it like this. Thank you.
So Rodman had 14 rebounds. 7 of them were offensive rebounds.
7.
I don't think players today have 7 offensive rebounds in a fucking series. Not in one game. In the series.
I thought you said season, which would have been closer to accurate.
I mean, it's sad but true. Didn't you point out that that Bronny had more offensive rebounds than LeBron did?
Yeah. I'm scrolling here. I just found a video from 1 year ago, the Speak show. And they had Rick Bucher on, and he was saying that LeBron is not an all-time Laker great. Hey, bye, Rick. We'll see you. We'll see you on YouTube.
Apparently, that's all it takes.
Oh man. But what do you mean for in terms of for young channels about that?
Well, he's new to YouTube. But you guys are young, and I know you're doing well. for new YouTube channels, but everybody probably wants to be bigger, faster.
Well,
But I was thinking,
that's your doing.
if it makes you feel better, like you're around the same views as Rick Bucher's getting, and he's a seasoned pro.
Wow.
Yeah, that was my
crazy.
point.
That's crazy, actually.
That is crazy.
No, this is 10,000 times faster than I thought it would be, and any speed in this is almost entirely thanks to you, sir.
Me? Oh, well, whatever. I don't think so, but that's nice too.
M. Hunter Stevie says, great job to you both streaming tonight, and to AOH for the footage and commentary. Can't wait for more. I'd super chat you both if I could, but I'll be ready whenever your channels are. Thank you, M. Hunter Stevie. That is way too kind.
That is high praise.
Yeah, I hope you guys will continue to join us for these. This is just the first of many, many, many more to come.
Triple N is saying something that you were saying, AOH. That's how you know that MJ is old, according to AOH. In the pressers, MJ always said we, while the Diddy says I.
Yep.
Yeah, I
can't not notice that now, man.
I was lamenting to myself today. I was like, I feel like I could do an entire series just dissecting his post-game press conference and the insanity that came out of his mouth and how stupid he sounded.
Oh man, it was crazy.
I was like, I want to break down the game footage, but my God, this is crazy. I mean, he just got embarrassingly swept, and he's finding a way to compliment himself and complain. You want to talk about night and day from what we just showed tonight.
Yeah. Look at right now, Scottie Pippen is talking about, he's getting interviewed then. They're sitting down with Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen saying good things about his team. They're pointing out that him and the rest of the team was struggling offensively, but Jordan sort of lit the offensive fire and took over. Scottie's giving Jordan all those flowers, and yeah, and you look at it during this game, Scottie Pippen was shooting what was it, like it's like 40% or something to Jordan's 70 or something like that. It was some ludicrous number. Where was it? No, there it is. It was, yeah. So Michael Jordan was shooting 69.6% from the field to Scottie's 36.4.
Thank God for Scottie.
So Harper with just a few less field goal attempts, shooting 500. Luke Longley even at 500. And Scottie's given all the, given the praise to that and taking that on the chin. Just like, yeah, I didn't have it today, but, offensively, but I tried to contribute in other ways. Thankfully, Jordan was able to, carry us on that end, and, everybody contributing. Like, it's just, so the sort of rewriting of this, going back, trying to pretend that none of this happened is, I think it's wild.
Well, okay, yeah, that's what I was getting to the Rick Bucher quote about declarations are confessions. Like LeBron James sitting there and saying, the game just isn't the same, the level of pace. And I'm like, dude, there's no way you haven't watched at least one old game. You can't look at what we just looked at. And I'm guessing you guys don't have any Brontards in the chat, but because they would change the really. Did they change the subject? Did they change the subject every time that you asked them to describe what's on the screen?
Oh, I didn't ask them anything.
Okay, because the pace of this game was something else.
It was just sprinting.
Chat did though. Chat was doing that. Chat was handling it for us, and I appreciate that, Chat. But Chat was handling it for us, and yeah, just changing subjects. Every comment was a completely different. It's interesting. That's extremely kind of you. I don't know how to respond to that. Mark Raving Mad says that my analysis of economics and incentives in today's NBA is brilliant. Such a great perspective. Thank you.
It's what we need.
I'm very glad about that, because that is my whole channel. So if you don't like that, you're not going to like my channel. That works out.
I've recruited, or at least asked Pineapple to do some economics on LeBron's time in LA too.
I have been, and it's man, no matter what angle we take, it's ugly. It's extremely ugly. But that's what I think is happening.
Are you guys able to give a teaser about which one you're going to show next? Do you know, or are you debating?
Yes. Yes.
No, we know.
Oh yeah, we know. I will let Siberius take it. But before we talk about which one is going to be next, in general, we have a plan for a few weeks. But how does chat feel about this? I mean, obviously everybody's very positive about it. But in terms of, would you like it once a week? Would you guys be down for twice a week? We're thinking to do twice a week. So let us know in the chat, and if you have any requests and that kind of stuff, while Siberius tells us what is next.
So game number 2 will be Bulls versus Sonics, November 17th, 1990. Wow. The reason why I chose this game is it was the first time that I saw Jordan play live. So it is maybe my favorite game I ever saw. I saw him play 3 times, but the first time, I don't know. I'll never forget it as long as I live. Thankfully, it wasn't erased with my brain injury because I'd have been pissed. But he delivers again. And yeah, I mean, I'm not going to spoil it, but it's a fantastic game. And I'm genuinely looking forward to it, and we'll probably get emotional. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I probably will. So feel free to point and laugh. I won't take it personal.
So Triple N, look at this. See, I'm telling you, man, more Barkley requests. Joel says these games are like crack, addicting. D Damon, who said that they almost never watch live streams, said they'd love to come back, and that the great part about this era is even if you weren't a Bulls fan, you couldn't help but to respect them. They went for a lot of teams from this era. Yeah, I mean, we talked about it. We've talked about it multiple times, and we'll probably continue to talk about it. There wasn't this thing up until the very recent modern era. I would say I peg it at about 2010. There wasn't this thing of if you like a team or you like a player, therefore everybody else is garbage. You looked forward to seeing matchups of good players, even if you knew that one was better than the other. You still wanted to see them compete. There just wasn't this kind of my guy is good, therefore everybody else is garbage. Like, that's weird. Like, I still don't understand it, and I think it hurts viewership a lot. Because then you don't want to show up for the good matchups. I personally don't think there are that many great matchups, but if you believe that, then I think you're doing yourself a disservice. But yeah, that's a modern thing. Yep. Everybody had respect for opponents. People were showing up like crazy to watch Mookie go at Jordan. You know what I mean? Like, we loved it. We loved it.
Absolutely.
We wanted to see them play their hearts out and try for it. Crazy.
Absolutely. It's probably about time we wrap this up. I have not eaten in hours and need to.
Yep. So I want to point out we're going to do.
That you kept going that whole time. That was a long stream.
It doesn't even feel like it, man. Watching these
games, that's the crazy part. Is we've been doing this for over 3 hours, and I'm like, has it been like 45 minutes, maybe?
Yeah. So one thing I want to point out to wrap it up, I promised we were going to look at. So it's been on the screen the whole time, but just to go through this real quick, the game totals for this. I want you to look at this is something that Sports and Fitness brings up all the time. So at the end, with the turnover problems, eventually the Magic towards the end they start turning over a lot. 12 steals to 5. The Bulls defense just consistent all the way to the final whistle. But look at those rebounds: 31 rebounds to 24 rebounds. Except that the Bulls have 14 offensive and 17 defensive, whereas the Magic are only able to come up with 5 offensive rebounds despite having Shaq.
Wow.
And most of that is coming from Rodman and Jordan is where the main rebounds are coming from. It's crazy.
Just insane.
But I'm supposed to be thrilled about 4. 4 is supposed to be some kind of legendary. So
Followed by 2.
Followed by 2. Followed by 2. But there's that. And they're not offensive. So offensive rebounds really it matters, or at least it
That's
used
the
to matter.
difference maker.
It does. It really is
And
the difference
half
maker.
of the Bulls were Rodman.
So that's crazy. So anyway, so that's the plan. We're gonna do the Sonics game next. If y'all are into it, then we'll try to do these Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then we're not sure of the Eastern Conference Finals yet, like Eastern Conference, Western Conference Finals, but we are going to be doing these during the finals. During the finals, we'll be streaming an entire finals from game 1 to the series end, so we can watch great finals. We think we know which one we're going to do, but we'll leave it to be a little bit of a surprise.
I have a lot of things that pull me away in the evening, which is why I hesitated to stream it to my channel, but
Sure.
I kind of want to, just so that super chats can be enabled, so that LeBron fans will have to pay to put their stupid comments on the screen. Like this guy's mind blowing. This guy who's on the screen right now is something else.
Yeah.
No, if you want to do that and you have to, check in and out, feel free, man. Like, I have no problem with that whatsoever.
Yeah, that's totally fine by me.
Okay.
I sent a thing. I don't know how to reliably get in touch with them, but I did reach out to Sports and Fitness as well.
Oh, it'll be real tough for him.
Oh yeah, because it's 11 p.m. there now.
Oh, that's right. He's East Coast.
I
extended him the invite. I don't want him to feel.
For sure.
I don't want him to feel left out.
Well,
and
I agree.
You know what you need him for?
Doing that.
You should have him as the during the intros for the energy and shouting out the people in the comments, and then
that would be great. He's so much better at that than me.
Well, that's yeah. I love having him on in the morning. I'm like, go for it, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man.
Oh, hang on. I gotta do something real quick before I close this thing here. How do I get to
Gentlemen, I'm gonna bow out, but thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I do. I gotta go. I gotta use the bathroom and I gotta eat before I die.
No problem. Give me just 1 second here. Binary, you say you do that, you can be in charge of doing that. There you go. All right, gentlemen, thank you very much. Everyone, thank you for coming. Really appreciate it. We'll see you again. We'll see you all again Tuesday.
We will be back Tuesday. Looking forward to it.
Cheers.
All right. Good night, everyone.